everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Thursday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. So, guys, we don't have anything to talk about, but I did come up with two things, maybe three, but it looks like just two so far. No, three. Um, of some Hot Toys issues, not issues, but people already complaining. I think Gerardo was one of them. Number two, another figure that I've been telling you guys forever that it's going to come out. It's just a matter of time. Well, another company just did it. So that should be our sign that it's down the street. And what else? And then we'll see what else we come up with to talk about. I was supposed to have soccer today, but it's raining, so that's why I'm here, hanging out with you guys instead, because I could have just chosen not to, not to stream. So I figured let's talk about something tonight. Give me 1 second. I plug in my phone because it's dying. Guys, there's 21 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Remember, we beg on this stream for likes always and forever. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 20 of you guys in here. We got Michael in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else is in the house. We got 2.0. Welcome.
Hello!
I'm ready with my Trump hat. This guy, unbelievable. We got Carlo in the house. Welcome. How are you?
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
I thought I was driving on focus going to be a bumpy ride. Anybody gets out of line? Medium pause. Oh my God, this guy. Unbelievable. Carlo, take it easy. We got Ash in the house. Welcome.
How you doing?
Nice to see you. We got Bao.
How you doing?
Happy Thursday. Thursday to Luch. And great night to everyone else. Yeah, exactly, guys. Luch today is on Steven Spielberg Epstein mode, making full-blown movies with his Romulus xenomorph that he just got. First brand new figure that he paid full price for in about what? I think 7 years, I want to say. So, it's very rare that he gets to experience those times where it's not something from Willian at $150 used and abused. So today's a very special day for Luch. So Luch, enjoy it. Don't break the figure already, because I know it's in your DNA to want to suddenly remove the skin of the xenomorph so you could body swap it. You bum. We got Big Dog. How are you, my friend?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else is in run. He said run. Why? What happened? Are you guys expecting something? I don't understand where this is coming from. It's going to be a fun stream tonight. What are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean. Who else is in the house? I think it's almost the weekend. Let's see who else is. Guys, there's 24 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you who did already. Somebody keep track of the likes for me, please. I'd like to know how many roaches are roaching tonight on a Thursday night. We got Ron. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Do you have brown suit Wolverine? No, I do not. Not yet. It's on last payment, I believe. So that's another one that's coming. Michael got me my TVA, so I'm excited about that. I can't wait. And what else? Romulus Xenomorph. I need one more payment, I believe. No, two more payments. Superman, one more payment. X-23, one more payment. Like I said, I'm getting about 6 figures all at once. So strap it on, Luch. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Charlie C. Hopefully you're not with the shits. Welcome.
Hello!
Hi, new here. What branch of service was you in? Service these nuts? I don't know what that means. What service? Service as in what? What service was I supposed to be in? Like military service? What do you mean by that? Explain that. Explain that. Uh, Bob. Unbelievable. See, where's Luch? Where's Luch tonight? Of course. What did I tell you guys? He's got a box of tissues and a bottle of baby oil next to him right now with that xenomorph. Disgusting. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. How are you? Hello. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Who else? X-3 is our culture. I'm like, you can't wait for it to ship. Yeah, I know. I'm excited for those figures. Very, very excited. Today I opened the gold and copper gold Mark III. Then next is the Human Torch. I cannot wait. Guys, hit the like button. There's 24 of you guys in at 25 now. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Remember, we beg for likes on this stream without any shame. Oh my god, there's no shame. I'm not a YouTuber. Hit the like button, okay? Don't be a garlic nut. So yeah, so we got, like I said, we got a couple of things to go over. Should be a fun conversation. Like I said, Gerardo already brought it up. I didn't really know what he was talking about, because as you guys may or may not know, he is what the community would call an in-art chill. So that's why I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he was just senselessly complaining, as people tend to do in this community. But then I found out what he was talking about, so I figured we have to talk on it, because it's something that's very not very important, but something that needs to be talked about, because people in this community expect bull sweat accuracy about everything, and then when sometimes we do get certain things happen, accidents happen, and then they complain about that as well. So, oh my God, Patrick in the house, first time in about 32 weeks, I believe.
I'm doing.
As I knew, it had to be about, Oh my gosh. Yes, you're in the military. You have veteran in your username, which normally refers to military veteran and branch of service, example, Army, Air Force. Actually, this comment is kind of crazy.
Yikes.
Did you forget the first two words before veteran? What does that say? What so you got veteran, right? So you're focusing on veteran, but what happened to the two words before that? What does that say? It says hot toys veteran, not military veteran, not army veteran, not camouflage veteran, not none of that. So I don't know where you're getting military from. But thank you for the question. You're the very first person to ever ask that question, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if this is definitely a burner, 100% guaranteed, or your money back. But it's still a weird question. It's like me saying, Charlie C, are you a dog? Is that what dog are you? Charlie's a very common dog name. So what kind of dog are you? Like what? Yes, Patrick, welcome, Patrick. Long time. Oh my God, I knew it. So yeah, guys, I don't know if you heard, I'm selling my collection due to the crash, and everything's on credit card. The sardines are on credit card, so you know what I mean? So we have to. I had to tell you guys the truth, I've been selling my collection behind closed doors. Kind of painful to say, but the crash is coming. Unbelievable. Gerardo, we were just talking about you. Welcome. Hello. Guys, there's 31 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. We got Tony77, Tony77. Another new one randomly showing up. Hope you're not with the shits. Hello. Welcome. What a shame. You have such a cool picture, too. No, we're talking about how you mentioned something regarding the Neo figure. And we're going to go over that. You know what I mean? Nothing bad. Take it easy. Take it easy, man. Let me you do this like buy your $80 Batmobile. See, guys? See what I mean? If I was selling anything, the channel members would be the first ones to know. But these people got no life, always running their mouth. I played them. No, it's nothing bad. Relax. Okay, I just think really fast. There you go, guys. So we're going to wait for a few more to come in before we get into the topics. Guys, there's 35 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Chris, how many likes are we up to already, if you don't mind checking? They keep coming in and leaving. So we're waiting to see. We should be. Oh, Sleepy Time T. Rudy. Hello. Welcome. Guys, any questions for Rudy? Take advantage right now before he starts banning people and before he falls asleep drooling on the keyboard. This fella just go. Oh my god. So I just said the word finger trigger. Actually, Carlo, the proper question is, are you PayPal ready? Are you PayPal ready, Carlo? That's the real question, okay? Are you PayPal ready? Oh my god. I see it's my face. Where, Rudy? Here? I know where. Oh my god, Rudy. Sleepy Time T, Rudy. We got Heroes. Welcome. How are you? Nice to see you. Hello. Welcome. See? That's the actual proper question, Carlo. Are you PayPal ready? Oh my god. Not to change the subject, do you use Norton antivirus on your computer? What app do you use to protect yourself? I use ESET. It's called the ESET Smart Security Premium. Now it's attached to it gives you a VPN, which is awesome as part of the whole system, so it's good. Faz's Brad tonight, probably washing his hands right now as we speak. Oh my god. Faz doesn't need protection. Actually, for Windows, you definitely do. Okay? If it was an Apple, definitely not. But Windows, you definitely need an antivirus at all times, 24/7. You know? Especially with Fauci around. You definitely need protection. So yeah, guys, we'll start in a little bit. We should be caught up with likes. We should have at least 27 likes. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. We wash our hands in here. Well, not filthy hands, Bradley Epstein. Bradley Filthy Hands Epstein does not wash his hands. He's a filthy hand non-collector, inert shill. Cassandra will pop in at any second. Yeah, so like I was saying, guys, I opened up the golden and copper gold Mark III. Obviously, very similar to the Gold Mark III. Um, Beautiful body. Just typical stuff, right? Typical stuff, just a repaint. Again, nice figure though. Carlos. Chris, how many likes are we up to, please? We should be at 27 by now already. Remember, I'm begging, guys. I'm begging. Help me! Help me! I got my Ultron Prime today. It's an older figure, but it's beautiful. I'm holding out for Mark 46 2.0, I believe. No, it's obviously it's coming. Those big marks are coming. If you pay attention, for the Silver Centurion suit up version, they did a bones mark. I forget the mark number, but it's the bone suit under the Silver Centurion suit up version. So they're gonna make them. They're gonna make every single one. Again, I don't think they're gonna make every single Iron Man 3 mark, but they're gonna make plenty. Ringo, welcome. How are you? Nice to see ya.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Guys, we got 32 watching. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. We got Albert in the house. Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome. Ernesto, welcome. Where have you been all day? Unbelievable.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Thank you for hitting the like button, guys. We got 32 watching. Please hit that like button. We need a bunch more. Looks like we're roaching big time tonight on this beautiful Thursday night. We're supposed to be here having fun, and it looks like we're roaching instead. See, Bob, where's Luch? So predictable, disgusting human being. Disgusting. Okay, everybody knows what he's doing. Unbelievable. Any other time? What up, my blah, blah, blah bullshit. But tonight, of course, he got a brand new figure. He's sniffing every crevice, okay? That's what happens when you're not used to being a collector. That's what happens when you're only used to buying used and abused for $150. Used and abused for $150. I made a custom recently using festival. I feel like Lucha though. Yeah, you needed that one though. That was a necessary figure. So as we get to 23K, yeah, for some reason, from 22 to 23 has been the longest. The longest. Every other 1,000 was pretty quickly. This one's taking forever. I don't know what's happening. The algorithm's not helping me out. Fast is getting to that YouTube button plaque. YouTube button plaque. Oh my god. I can't wait. Like I said, once I get it, hopefully I don't think it's gonna happen this year. I can tell you that right now. It's already March and I'm still like 20 something. It's probably gonna take another 2 years unless my shorts like shoot up by the millions. But once I get that, you better believe it's gonna be wrapped around my neck like a necklace. I'm gonna go to Tracks NYC and get my necklace done. How many Star Wars figures will Howard Chan release for May 4th? I don't know, but I got something for you tonight. I got something for you. Big dog, Star Wars is dead. Star Wars is dead. Oh my god. He's been watching the YouTubers, that's why. This is what happens when you watch YouTubers. You say stuff like this. You know what I mean? The bullshit attaches to him. And then he doesn't know what else to say. Oh my god. Rudy, sleepy time team Rudy. Unbelievable. We got a super chat from Ash. He says, he said, where's Blade at? Ash! Unbelievable.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Ash, you know where it is. It's right here with your king.
Wrong.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Yeah, this is for you too, because you deserve it.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Ash, you know where it is? It's delayed. We got the email, did you not? We told you about it. So we're going to have to wait until probably September because of you constantly bothering. And Howard watches my stream every week, and he says, look at this guy. Now we're going to make him wait even longer because he doesn't really collect anything. Disgusting. Lame. Lame Ash. Unbelievable. All right, guys, let's get started. We're going to get started. So like I said, first and foremost, something that was brought up by Gerardo again. Maximum Flex, welcome. How are you? Nice to see you.
Hello.
And so my Blade, what? Oh my God. Again, it's a Marvel figure. I don't think you have anything to worry about. But let me tell you this. It's Blade. Okay, remember, it's not the Blade 1 or Blade 2 figure. No, it's a different Blade, but it's Blade. Again, it's a Marvel figure, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. You could always get it later on, hopefully. But again, it's a Blade. You know, we don't know what could happen with this figure. So very ballsy of you. Very, very ballsy of you to cancel that figure. Why did you cancel, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? Let us know in the chat. As you said, you said March, you're like, hey, I can only do so much. If Howard wants to change stuff, I can't help it. Okay? I can't help it. So, guys, as you can see, we have the Neo glasses by Hot Toys on top, and we have the Neo glasses from the movie at the bottom. No more. Oh, I got you. Okay. So wait, so that's it? So what are you collecting now? Star Wars and DC, or just Star Wars, or what? So as you can see, this is probably what Gerardo was talking about last stream. As you can see, you know, this here, obviously in real life, it's a piece of metal, right? You can make that metal very, very strong. Obviously, it still has to be lightweight because you're going to see it on your face, but it's, you know, it's strong enough for a you know, one pair of glasses, one scale pair of glasses, right? Even the legs on the sides, right? Very thin, but they're big enough to where you're not going to easily crack them or break them unless you're really trying to, right? Giving the Hot Toys glasses, the plastic toy glasses, in a smaller scale, something this small, this thin, this weak, in plastic, it doesn't make it past packaging. And we know Hot Toys can package their stuff very well. They use the foam. They use pieces of tape to hold it down. They do the best thing they could do. But this in plastic, gone. Somebody will grab it the wrong way. It'll snap in a second. And then guess what? Forget the accuracy because they gave you accuracy. The next issue is Hot Toys is garbage. Mine broke. Mine came broken. Hot Toys sucks. That's why they're going out of business. That's why Hot Toys is dead. That's what, and that'll be that. So that's why they can't give you this. Again, can they make this smaller? I guess if they feel like it, right? Can they make this smaller? Obviously, the glasses are not accurate at all whatsoever. Even the lens, as you can see, right? A lot more pointier this way than this here, right? They got to scale it down. They got to make the legs thicker, even though it's not accurate, but they got to give it some support or else goodbye. You know? So I believe, right? I think and I believe that, again, can they fix them? Absolutely. Will they? We'll find out when the figure ships. But is it necessary to be this thin? Not for me. A pair of glasses is not going to break or make the figure that much better. Remember, just with this look on the figure, it already looks great. Right? Do you really need this to be paper thin? No. But this is your community. Embrace your community. Embrace your brothers and sisters. Because, and it wasn't only Gerardo complaining about it. That's what the community is all about. Hot Toys announces one thing, bash, bash, bash. What's wrong with this? This is garbage. This is not accurate. This is wrong. The scale is wrong. The color's wrong. The size is wrong. But InArt doesn't even have any product. But they're the best, though. This is your community. Okay? Love thy brothers and sisters. Pathetic. Dude, if you make that thing original, that's what I'm saying. So people want accuracy. People, and I tell you guys all the time, people want that bull sack accuracy. And again, this is not towards Gerardo strictly. He's not the only one that wants accuracy at the cost of breakage, at the cost of damage, at the cost of anything possible after the fact, right? They don't think about that. They just think about, I need it accurate. Why? Again, who knows? It's not going to make, whether that little bridge is thinner, it's not going to make the figure that much better. Also, remember, if you really want accuracy, you have Metal John. Okay? He will charge you $300 to make them 100% accurate with metal bridge on top right there, where it's going to be perfectly fine. You're not going to break it because, that's what he does, and that's what you'll be paying $300 for that thing, right? The legs will be exactly as you see here, paper thin, in metal, obviously, for $300. Hot Toys is not going to give you that for the price of the figure, right? They're not customizers. They are toy makers, right? This is a mold. Metal John does not make you a mold. He'll make the mold for the lenses, but everything else is handmade. That's why he charges $300 for a pair of glasses. The T1000 glasses, which look incredible. I messaged him. I said, "Yo, how much for this?" 300, something like $300. I said, "What?" This is why I don't need $1,000 figures, right? This is why J&D is not appealing to me at those prices. They look great. Why would I want to figure a 1/6 scale for $1,000? That's retarded. Why would I want to spend $300 on a pair of glasses? That's retarded. But I could buy literally an entire figure for a pair of glasses with metal? Why? Why do I need that? Why does the figure have to have that? Is it going to be shitty if it doesn't? Absolutely not. And people will get this figure as is if Hot Toys doesn't change the glasses. And guess what? They will be perfectly happy because the figure is going to look great anyway. That's a wire. That's what I'm saying. But Hot Toys has to make a mold out of that. And it's got to be something that's strong enough, that's not flimsy, that's not cheap, that's not garbage. Like 28 gauge. All right, take it easy, mechanic. It would be like splinter in your literally. That's what I'm saying. But again, it's not, the problem is not that he wants the accuracy. It's just for 1 second. Think how convenient that would be. If you got a paper thin little plastic, because they're not going to make it metal. Hot Toys is not going to give you metal, and it's not because they don't use metal, because they've used metal plenty of times. The Samurai Predators, some of those blades are metal. They've done other weapons over the years. I think Deadpool, some of the Deadpool's katanas have been metal as well. I believe, I'm going to say the first one maybe either the first one or the second one, or maybe both. I don't remember. But they've used metal, in, plenty before. So it's not that they can't use the metal. It's that why? For a pair of glasses, it's not that serious. So they're not going to spend all that time making that stuff to charge us then what? Because if they do that, they're going to charge us more money. If they start using metal. Now, if they make a thinner plastic and it breaks and you ask for it, then what? So that's why asking for accuracy is not always, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be asked for, but it's not always the right thing to do because it doesn't make sense, Faz has no idea how easy to break glasses. I break mine. No, that's what I'm saying. No, it's crazy. They're flimsy, that cheap plastic, especially older style of glasses. Forget it. Useless. Just make it ancient debatable. This guy. I broke in heaps of glasses, arms. Mostly caused a lot. No, I'm telling you, it's crazy. I broke my first two sets of eyeglasses. I broke them both. Foggy INC. First time here. Welcome. Hello. I think we're all on the same page that it is a sacrifice, but a logical one that kind of had to be done. What had to be done? Explain what had to be done. And what is the sacrifice? You're sacrificing what? 99.9 most likely to break on you. That's the sacrifice over what? Over accuracy? Not me. I'll tell you that. If I know that I'm going to get something more accurate, but there's a 99.9% chance that it's going to break if it falls down, which is most likely going to at some point, I'm good. Don't give me accuracy, especially, like I said, something like glasses, not necessary at all. Personally, I think glasses in this case are important since he wears them through a lot of the movie. This is just no. Again, I'm not saying that you're wrong for wanting that. It's not that. It's not about that. They make them accurate, as you can see. They're gonna break, and they're not gonna make them metal. You know that, and everybody. Again, before you guys hear this, 3 years from now, from your favorite channel, again, not that they haven't used metal because they have. But for something this small, it's not the meaning of what the glasses are, right? Obviously, you just said they're a big deal because that's his trademark. So it's not that. It's the outcome of giving you the accuracy with something that thin that they're not going to make metal anyway. So if you're willing to sacrifice that, then it is what it is. I am not. And I can guarantee you most people would rather have these than not have to worry about these breaking. And then, oh my God, because this is what happens. They're not going to break within the first 30 days of you having it from Sideshow. No, it's not that. It's not going to happen then. It's going to happen after it's out of the warranty, and you're not going to be able to find them on, anywhere else. And now you have a figure with no glasses, which the glasses are a big part of the figure. That's what happens. And then you're going to have to either go to Metal John and spend the $300 or glue them or get another pair from another Neo, go on eBay and see what you could find. Then that's what's going to happen. Why? When I could have my figure 100% original with a little bit bigger set of glasses. It's a no-brainer. Let me see. Process figure. This figure is dead to me now. Don't be disrespectful, Ron. Guys, hit the like button, please. We got 33 watching. Thank you for those who did hit the like button already. I think in this case, when someone works with a shelf, use them for a promo. Hello! Accuracy nerds. Unreal. Unbelievable. To make it this day, Howard Chan would have to smile. Exactly. It's not worth it. It's not, again, you can want accuracy. It's not about wanting it. Right? But think about it. Just think for 1 second. All right. They give me my accuracy. This thin. Remember, this is thin 1/1 scale. So that means what? It's supposed to shrink. in 1/6 scale. What do you think? How thick do you think this is going to be? It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. So that's why they have to make it a little bit thicker. Yeah, it doesn't look accurate, but the figure is going to look perfect. You know? Guys, hit the like button. There's 30 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here as well. My Gucci glasses are destructible. Gucci glasses. Let's see who else. This figure is coming home regardless of the accuracy. Nerds, waves of tears. Yeah, again, it's just personal preference, but this one doesn't make sense. Again, you could ask for all the accuracy all you want. Cool. This time it's not gonna work, and it doesn't make sense. I am Beowulf. Welcome.
Hello.
Sub, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. So again, not necessary this time. Anybody asking for accuracy, again, you're not wrong for wanting accuracy. If you are asking for accuracy this time, you're most likely asking for accuracy any other time, which again, nothing wrong with that, but it ain't gonna happen this time. It is not worth it. And if you want, you can get your accurate set of glasses, and that's why people like Metal John have a job, and Metal John, makes money because he makes things very accurate, and you're going to pay for it. If you want accuracy, you're going to pay for it. And I can tell you, the people asking for accuracy, they're not going to go out of their way to get it done accurately and pay what it's going for to have it accurately, because you're not going to get it from Hot Toys, because Hot Toys is not the accurate toy company, right? They're very good. They're very close. Absolutely. They're the best, but they're not there to give you, things that are going to break on purpose. That would be retarded on their part. Oh, you guys want accuracy? All right, here's your paper thin pair of glasses. If it breaks, that's your problem. You wanted it. They're not going to go deal with that. Look at what's happening with the Batman return suit right now. You think they purposely said, oh, screw it, let the suits peel? And now that it's happening, what? Everybody's going to get a replacement? You know what I mean? But that was their fault. They tried to go cheaper with that suit, because the original Batman Forever suit, that didn't happen to that suit. The difference is that suit doesn't really move at all. It's got no articulation. The new one is supposed to have more articulation. It's a different material, which is why it turned out to be crappy. It's fine in the end, even if it stays away. Topo will make their own. I like it. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Right. You'll have Topo also giving to you in plastic, most likely. They could do metal. Why not? But you're gonna have options if the customizing community sees a need, right, for them, you better believe they're gonna make them. Look at what they did with the T1000 stuff. They made jackets for people and extra outfits for people so they could have a different look with the body, so they could, utilize a second head sculpt, utilize, whatever other, if they had one look, right, they wanted the other one, here you go. All you got to do is buy this, snap the head on, and here's your second. So if it's something that they see that it's necessary, you better believe somebody's going to make it. Present Toys can make it, right? Like you said, Topo can make it. What's the other one? Kento, right? Kento could come out of left field with something like that. So, and again, don't forget, you want the premium accuracy? Metal John. Metal John will hook you up with the most accurate $300 pair of glasses that you're not going to be able to use on yourself, that are more expensive than an actual prescription set of glasses that you would get from an eye doctor. Imagine that shit. That's why nobody's going to do that. I'm not saying nobody. A lot of people, most people won't do that. $300 on a pair of glasses when you could buy a whole figure? It ain't going to happen. And if you do that, then you are number one, a massive Neo fan. Number two, you don't really buy many figures that you're just willing to spend $300 on a set of flimsy glasses that, again, most likely are going to be metal. But that's crazy. That's crazy. I've never made to Chuck E. Cheese. Bradley, Filthy Hands, Epstein. Welcome. Hello. I said Epstein. Who said Neo don't look like Neo? No, it's not that they don't look like Neo. The thing is, they're saying the glasses. The glasses are not accurate, so they want the paper thin, 1 millimeter thick glasses bridge. Hot Tools are artists, but in mass production, customizers are very good. For example, Luch, some random guy. I don't care if they deviate from the original. I am a major proponent of the head sculpt accuracy. No, the head sculpt is always on point, right? It's usually that's never really the problem. Even though sometimes from the blogger pictures they look off, that's never really the problem. The accessories, though, the outfits sometimes, are not 100%, but they're usually good enough. Who's Metal John? Sounds like a musician. No, that guy makes, man. You got to go to his page. If you were allowed to have social media, we're gonna start a petition, guys, on this channel. All we need, we're gonna do a Jazz Zing poll. We're gonna need 1,000 signatures to ask Thule's wife to give him permission to have social media again. Once we're at 10 signatures, I'm gonna say we only need 15. Oh my god. Do they not realize it? They made them that thin with snap. Again, it's common sense, but you want the people want that accuracy for, again, whatever reason, especially on the glasses. He said nope. Where's Dirty Lips Epstein? Dirty Lips Epstein. Who's Dirty Lips Epstein? I'm trying to think who that is. Oh, Luch? Luch? She won't budge. No, we didn't start the petition yet. Don't worry, Thule. We'll get you at least Instagram. We'll get you lemon 8, Thule. We'll get you lemon 8. We'll get you something. So, again, for me, right? And then obviously I don't speak for the whole community. I'm just talking about me. It is not important, right? I'd rather them to be a little bit thicker and sturdy and, good quality than flimsy and, breakable at any moment. So it was a good thing that that Gerardo brought this up, because I didn't even know. I don't know if you guys remember when he brought it up, and I said, "What do you mean? What's wrong with the glasses?" Because I didn't notice, because it's such a minor detail. You know what I mean? To this here, like what? Like I would never, because it looks so good. You know what I mean? It looks so good as is. So why would I think that somebody has a problem with the glasses being not accurate? Like would have never thought that was the inaccuracy. You know what I mean? We call under the thumb. So yeah, next topic, guys. So again, shout out to Gerardo for bringing that up, because it was what's happening here. It was a good thing. It was a good topic. Also, guys, I know I'm not the only one who rewatched a movie when this relax. So like I said, something that was announced by Kenner recently, and I only know this because Bob is always, he's always collecting Kenner. Something really exciting, okay? Something that, again, I've been telling you guys for years that it was going to be made. I've been, a lot of people have lost faith. A lot of people have said, I give up. I don't think it's ever going to be made. I don't think so, blah, blah, blah. So, Bays Malbus was just made by the Kenner company, as you can see, which doesn't mean anything, not necessarily, but we've seen that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when another company makes a certain product, Hot Toys announces theirs as well in 1/6 scale. So, I watched the first Matrix last night. So, this is something very exciting. Another reason, the fact that Galen, right, was a thing, right? They're still making Rogue One figures. What's his name? Andor. That's another figure coming for Rogue One. So the line is alive and well. Very, very, very exciting stuff. This was already, for those who don't know, this was already announced and shown on display years ago. And it was, I want to say about at least 4 years ago. 3 to 4 years ago. And maybe even longer than that. And a lot of people, just like the Vulture, it's not coming. They're not going to make it. There's no reason for them to make it. It's been forever, blah, blah, blah. Why can't, if they're going backwards, remember, Rogue One came out how many years ago? And they're going backwards for Galen and Andor. Why can't they go for Homecoming, which is way earlier? I mean, way later than that, right? It was only made a few years ago. Rogue One has been over 7 years ago, at least. If they're going back to that, why can't they go back to Homecoming? So that's what I'm saying. Very, very exciting. Here's another picture of it. Remember that Heavy Mando has this style, obviously a little, slightly different, but he's got this style of weapon, right? This one's attached to the backpack, but it's got this whole, chain-looking thing attachment to the actual, his machine gun, right? So as you can see, very similar. Again, not the same exact thing by any means, but very similar. Very simple figure to make, right? It's the armor. It's a material suit, right? Doesn't have to be rubbery. Doesn't have to be stretchy. It's just cloth. So very, very simple. You got some pouches. You give him his specific weapon and whatever other accessories, obviously, they got to add to it. Hands. Like I said, the backpack back here, which in the packaging, as you can see, it's right there. I don't know what the hell this is. Looks like some type of attachment or a radio or something. And there's your figure, guys. Obviously, Hot Toys is going to be different, but as you can see, they just made it for Kenner. Loot, see, guys? See how long? Hello! What up, my masterful collectors and posers? I probably should be like, see, guys? See, guys? What did I tell you? Luch, tell him, first of all, did you wash your hands? And then second, tell him what you got today. Tell them what you got so they know why you were late and why you're sore. Watch, guys. Watch this. Get ready for this. Tell him, Luch. You guys are going to see what Luch has been doing this whole time. Luch, hurry up. So yeah, guys. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again. Here, one more time.
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
The Vulture. You better believe it. You better believe it. It could be part of the new trilogy of Tom Holland. It could be for an anniversary of Homecoming. It could be made for multiple things. It could be from Morbius. Remember that? Why not? So that's what I mean. I got Xenode. See, guys, he collected for once. Figure 10, figure of the year. He's a figure. See what happens when you body swap figures all year round, and then you get one figure and suddenly it's a 10 out of 10. This is Lucha's world. This is Lucha's collecting world. Luch answer. Is that a new drug, Luch? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Luch, any samples? Any samples. So, like I said, at this point, guys, don't sleep on Hot Toys, even though everybody knows Hot Toys is dead, even though everybody knows Hot Toys is going out of business, even though everybody knows that, everything about Hot Toys is complete trash, complete garbage. Hot Toys sucks. Who buys Hot Toys? Hot Toys shouldn't even exist at the moment. But things that they showed years ago are most likely going to be made. There is no reason for them not to be making product anymore, especially products that, that they know a lot of people want. For example, now the RoboCane, for those who watched that stream, it was teased years ago. Nobody brought that up for years. Nobody ever mentioned, a RoboCane, they teased it. Nobody. I didn't remember, and I was around back then. And now they're coming out of left field with it. So what do you mean they can't go backwards? They can go very far back for certain products, for certain projects, or certain figures, and make them. If you don't want it, then you don't want it. But Hot Toys has earned their title in the 1/6 scale community, right? Obviously, for the majority of people, they're the shittiest company, which to a certain extent, I guess you could say that. Inner is at the top with the most announcements a year, the most pre-orders per figure, right? So you can't really beat Inart at this point. That's why Hot Toys is garbage now. But when it comes to certain figures, looks like only Hot Toys is making them. I don't think Inart makes even Star Wars. I don't even think they're making Marvel, which again, obviously, for you to be the best, you don't have to make any of that stuff. For you to want to make your favorite company of figures the best in your mind, right? You don't have to make Marvel. You don't have to make Star Wars. You know what I mean? You just settle for whatever they make because they're the best. They're trying, but that's why they're the best. Guys, hit the like button, please. We got 40 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. So, like I said, guys, don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on this. Look at the packaging. Again, the Kenner stuff is very simple, very small, but it could be a great sign of what's to come regarding this figure all day, every day. Hold on. I think Luch is blowing me up. Luch, I'm streaming. What do you want? No, I'm just kidding. That wasn't Luch. So who in this chat right now is looking forward to, obviously Rudy doesn't collect Star Wars, or at least he still gets some Star Wars. Who would get this figure if it was announced tonight? Let me know in the chat, please. I would like to know who would get this figure with the announcement if it was announced tonight. Let me know. Don't be shy. Because I want to gauge how many people would jump on this immediately or how many people would just say, nah, I'm good. And I think this would be a standard release as well. I don't think this is going to be a limited thing. It could be, obviously. But just like Cassian being a standard release as well, this guy's a main character. if they fear that there's a potential or the possibility of Bays sitting, they will definitely limit the figure. You know? But again, Rogue One is a big deal, so who knows? You know what I mean? People love Rogue One. The line is great. Remember, if they're continuing with these lines, there's a possibility that we get a Jyn Erso with the rolling eyes at some point, even if it's just one. You know, very possible. Galen came out of left field with rolling eyes. We would 100% need a Jyn. Do we need another Darth Vader? Absolutely not. Even though that Darth Vader was everybody's favorite when it came out. Oh, the best Darth Vader is Rogue One. At the time, that was the best. A Krennic with rolling eyes. Who else? That's about it with the head sculpts. Because the blind guy, Chirrut Imwe, doesn't need rolling eyes because he's blind. So that's like, getting a Kane figure from John Wick 4, right? He didn't get rolling eyes because he's blind anyway. So what's the point? But a Krennic with rolling eyes. All we have is pretty much 3 Death Troopers from that figure, from that movie. No, 2 Death Troopers from that movie. We got a Darth Vader. We got some Stormtroopers. We got some Shore Troopers. We got 2 Shore Troopers. We got the Tank Assault Commander. We got the pilot. I believe there's a pilot in there. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the entire line. So a Jyn Erso at some point with the rolling eyes, definitely. The fact that they just made a Princess Leia, right? The Bosch Leia with the rolling eyes, like I told you guys was going to happen. Not the Bosch Leia, but a new Leia with the rolling eyes. That's a possibility. It'll always be a possibility. Eric, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
Well, Galen is up on Sacha, almost sold out. Galen was Galen is on RSVP. What are you talking about? Are you bugging, Ernesto? Are you bugging? This says March 19th, 1 p.m. Pacific time. What are you talking about? Are you lying right now? Are you a filthy liar? Oh, are we doing the dream thing for May 4th? So you had drama fast. Boring. Why do you always need drama in your life? Okay? Why are you an unhappy person, Ash? Why can't you just be happy talking about hot toys and figures? Why do you need drama in your life? Why are you so toxic to this community? Okay, Trump lover. Okay, you're King Trump lover. Unbelievable. The blind guy, Donnie. Yeah, no, I just couldn't remember his name. Chirrut Imwe. Justice for Tudor and Kane. Oh my god. Now I'm gonna have Empire Han, says Annie, on pre-order. Enough Star Wars. This guy. Guys, this is a true veteran right here. Okay. 2 Star Wars figures for the year. That's it. He's done. Tap out. This is the true definition, guys, of less is more. This is a true veteran in this community living by the holy tenets of 1/6 scale collecting, which is less is more. You know what I mean? So what does SO then mean? What does that mean? I was like, so Jyn is coming. Too much stain. See, guys, don't believe Ernesto anymore. He's not reliable anymore. I think the tahini is ruining his brain cells. Nah, that's you pretty. That's you. Oh my god. 2-pack. 2-pack of what, Eric? What are you talking about? So yeah, guys, very, very exciting. Very, very, again, at least to me, because you can't get enough of those figures. Those figures are great. What was the name of Sol Guerrera? Sol Guerrera is also a potential figure, but the problem is that head sculpt. I don't think they've made Forrest Whitaker's head sculpt ever. Like I said, Lawrence Fishburne we've gotten for Nolan for the Predators. If they decide to make Morpheus, but Forrest Whitaker, nothing yet. Again, not that they can't do it, but as of right now, nothing yet. You know, another figure that we haven't gotten from Hot Toys is a Denzel Washington. You know, one figure that was third party that came out that wasn't the best figure at all. It wasn't that good at all. Okay, the Book of Eli figure, right, with Denzel Washington, right? The head sculpt is not good at all. The accessories, okay. He's got the iPod with the wire, right? The plastic wire running through it. He's got the machete. He's got he's got a gun as well. You know, he's got the gloves on the hands. The figure, he's got the backpack. The figure is not like out of 10. Okay, the figure is about. He's got the sunglasses too. He's got the beanie. The figure is about a 6'6". Like, not exaggerating, not even being mean, because I love Denzel Washington, but the figure's not that great. That figure, I don't know what it's going for now, but that figure was going for stupid money. And I have the figure, and I don't think it's the greatest figure at all. And it was going for stupid money. People, ISO, Book of Eli, but I'm like, for what? I'm like, there's nothing that you need from that figure in your collection, like, at all. Unless you have, like, a shelf or a case with just random movies that they made one single figure for. But there's nothing about that figure that you need in your life. And it was going for stupid money. So what does that say? Right? Besides, obviously, supply and demand, right? They didn't make many, now people want it. But it's like, you're willing to pay all this money for a figure that looks like crap just to say what? That you have it? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I want a 2 tubes. Baz and Donnie Yen. Forrest Whitaker sculpt would be right. That funky eye. And if you have to give it rolling eyes. You can't just not include the rolling eyes. It's not going to happen. So to give that figure a cockeyed and then had me, give it the Sith eyes. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Unbelievable. I wonder if they do an artisan Soga, would they use their hair technology as Space Worker Baby? No, that's cotton. That's not that, they use that cotton to give it that white look to it. That's it. You know what I mean? They're not looking to be making figures with cotton. I don't think that's doable. I think that's feasible. I don't think that makes sense. But it would be, it would be a sculpted head sculpt. I don't think they'll go artisan for something like that. Again, they could do whatever they want, but I don't think so. It's not that type of figure. Denzel Washington would be sick just because it's Denzel. Period. That's it. Right? An Equalizer figure, a Man on Fire figure, a Out of Time figure, a Deja Vu figure. Just him. The Training Day figure. What? That, and people have customized it over the years. They've made. I've seen one at least. Not one. I've seen a couple, but they're not nowhere near the same. That figure by Hot Toys would be sick. A long leather jacket, his necklace, right, with the cross, his weapon, right? Sick figure. Imagine training. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about the car. We would have to beg Jazz Inc. Somebody would have to lick some balls to see if they make the car, but Fabs, there was a time where saw G figures were like flooding the market and then it stopped. It was a search figure, But to have him on 1/6, I don't know who will get us. So I don't know. People, I'm telling you, people liked him number one, and if it's part of the line, people would get it. Absolutely. Again, uh, Rogue One was a very, very good movie. People love that movie. It's not just some crappy, the acolyte type thing, right? It was good. So people like those characters a lot. So I think it would sell pretty well. Word on the street in Star Wars is dead. Word on the street is. Oh my. Word on the street is. Tools. What about Eva Mendes? Fabs, a gambit figure. This guy, a gambit figure. Derek, welcome. How are you? Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Guys, there's 38 of you guys in there. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So nobody answered regarding who's getting it, who's not getting it, except a couple people. So you guys could suck it. Also, we got this beauty. Okay. As you can see, this Equaz Barbosa figure looks incredible, has been looking amazing. Looks like some people are shipping it already. I forget who I saw that already had it in hand, ready to ship. I don't know. I know Kit, like I told you guys a couple streams ago, he was taking a short pre-order at $425. I believe Rudy said KG Toys was having it still for retail. Again, another pre-order, another short pre-order of it, because people, started seeing how good it was going to be, and they just said, you know what, now I want it, like usual, because everybody wants what is sold out. When they don't pre-order something and they see how popular it gets, and so suddenly, oh, I want it, like an annoying little boy when they see somebody having something. Oh, I want one too. Give me one, because they're a bunch of bums. 425. No, so this was something like 3 and change. There was 2 SKUs, regular and deluxe. The deluxe came with the monkey, as you can see here, Pube Monkey 2.0. And something else. I think no, it wasn't the apple. I think it was just the monkey, literally just the monkey, and maybe something with the base, if I'm not mistaken. So they, completely gone, like completely sold out. So I guess they're doing another pre-order. But so it was 3 and change. Now again, Kid has it for $425. And like I said, I believe Rudy said KG has it for retail, which again, it's 3 something, 350, 365, something like that. The deposit was $51, which is crazy, but it is what it is. The figure looked incredible. It looks incredible, as you can see. But what I wanted to talk about, what happened to Jack? He got hit hard with the blow dryer. Who's Jack? Who's Jack? So as you can see, Pube Monkey 2.0, horrible. Again, this came from Bob. Bob sent me these. He said, what did he say? He said, they're so desperate to have something artisan. And as you can see, pretty much like Pube Monkey, right? Like the what was that monkey's name? Caesar, right? The Caesar monkey that they made, right? They made 2 versions of, one without the markings and then one with the markings, one with all the white and red, and then one just plain. Rudy, actually, I believe he's got the plain one. Horrible figure. I don't care what you say. That Pube Monkey was complete garbage. That fuzzy, weird type of hair was gross. But as you can see, they decided to do the monkey real dirty for whatever reason. Look at that. Definitely looks like Lucha's left nutsack. Very, very weird. Very sloppy, right? The monkey in the prototype pictures looked incredible. Looked really, really cute, really fun, right? Looked like an actual, monkey. Here, as you can see, this is all crazy. I guess they said, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Nobody's really going to care about this monkey anyway. Meanwhile, it's the main accessory for the deluxe package, so they didn't even bother taking their time with it, which is kind of sad. But again, it's a third-party company. Is that an excuse? Not to me. Not to me, because as you guys, if you guys have been paying attention to the Equus company, which is also Damn Toys. It's Damn Toys is bootleg company where they could get away with making certain things. Like, for example, they made Resident Evil figures from Damn Toys, but then they made some like Hunk with Equus. They've made Leon from Equus, and again, great looking figures. Nothing crazy about them, but they're very good. They look really good. Accessory wise, very good. Price point, very good. So the fact that they made this look like this, very disappointing. Again, because I know it's really Damn Toys, and I know even with their bootleg Equus company, they do great stuff. So I don't know why they even bothered, showing this like this, because it's like they literally just put the pubes on and then here you go. Next, it doesn't look like they cut them, doesn't look like they trimmed them, doesn't look like they shaped them, doesn't look like they styled them. It was just literally here, pube up and go. So very disappointing, at least for me. The figure is very cool. Jack is the bear on the shoulder. The bear. The monkey faz. You didn't say. Oh, I thought you were talking about Jack Sparrow, because it's a what do you call it? It's a pirate too. That's what I thought you meant. I'm like, Jack who? So I'm like, who's he talking about? The monkey is someone's custom, right? I was making fun of the person that glued. Oh, I thought you made it seem like that was this. Oh, so somebody. Oh, I see what happened. Oh, guys, I apologize. I'm sitting here bashing Equus, and I didn't even know the full story. So Bob didn't tell me the full story. So blame Bob for the misinformation. So it looks like, guys, somebody pubed this themselves. They didn't come like this from the company. So Damn Toys and Equus, I apologize. You're still the best. But looks like somebody pubed this up themselves to make it artisan, I'm assuming. And that's why it looks like shit. And it looks like the monkey is actually sculpted. I don't think the monkey has hair, and if it does, it's not this much. Oh, it was made monkey sculpted. There you go. So now it makes sense. Fabs, I'll take it. Thanks, Bob. Next time, before I share anything, I'm going to make sure. Are you done with the information? Is this it? Is this all of it? The Caesar figure can look decent, but it needs heavy amount of futzing. Maybe you can make it workable by doing the same. Well, again, this is somebody's custom. This is not the main, the main release, which is what I thought. So I'm glad Bob corrected himself, last second after the entire 20 minutes of bashing Equus. Looks like Chaka from the Land of the Lost. No, he named Jack after Jack Sparrow. We'll go watch the movie, you bum. Here, Ash.
How dare you?
He's not OG Trilogy, so he's a he's a pass. This guy, unbelievable. Thanks, Bob. Next time. Now I know what I got to look out for. Thanks for your help as always. Oh my god. So again, guys, for those who just came in, this is not the standard. This is not what you'll be getting. This is somebody's amazing rooted pube work job project, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, it is horrible. Again, nice try, but like I said, it looks like Luch's left nutsack. Very, very funky looking. Like I said, if it would have styled it a little bit, if it would have slicked back the hair a little bit, give it a little bit of a little bit of time, a little bit of TLC, I think it would have looked better. But it looks like somebody just put the glue on the areas and just patched it up and said, all right, we're done, buddy. So again, it is what it is. I just thought it was like that from the factory, but it's not at all. And I just remember that it is sculpted, so it makes sense. So yeah, guys, very very sad that somebody would ruin their monkey like this. Very sad. The first time I saw it, I was like, you know, what did you think his name was? Donald Duck. Donald Duck. Let's take it easy, okay? F for E, fart. What? So, guys, exciting stuff coming. And obviously, last but not least, we got a little something. We may have a little something. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Oh, did I load it up? Oh no. Let me see what you guys are saying. No, I didn't save it, guys. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Well, guys. Wait, what did you say, Ron? Oh, Ron, Brad. No, I read your message. I read your message. Where's Cassandra? She beat your ass yet? No, I read your messages, Brad. Stop lying to the people. Why do you lie to the people? Why do you like, guys? Hit the like button. We got 41 watching. So again, guys, any questions, any comments regarding tonight's stream? Anything you guys want to go over? Anything you guys want to talk about? Mitchell, welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome. Hello. Do you think we'll get more Matrix Reloaded characters, or is it a one and done? Well, so far, we have gotten Neo from the Matrix. As you can see, we have looks like a Agent Smith here, right? Again, that's the only assumption as of right now. They didn't show you much of him, so what else can we assume? But and also the Neo from Resurrections, right? So it looks like it's always only been one Neo for any given movie that they've decided to make. Now, like I said, this could be a Mr. Smith. This could be, at least that's the only person not Mr. Smith, Agent Smith, right? At least that's the only plausible character that could be made. When it comes to Morpheus, like I said, it is possible because we already have the Nolan head sculpt, right? The Lawrence Fishburne head sculpt already played Nolan in Predators. Hot Toys made that figure. So we already have that likeness. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched to not get a Morpheus figure. Now, a Trinity, possible. Again, anything's possible, but you know what I mean? Are they going to really go out of their way to never use that head sculpt again? Or are they going to give her, one outfit for one movie, another outfit for another movie? Right? Usually people just want the main outfit, the main look for whatever the character is. They haven't really been doing swap out outfits really lately. They used to do that a lot. So, you know what I mean? Fast, size your cubes are late. But what do you have on order? You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that, as of now, just one, right? Just one per movie. Morpheus, possible. Again, just because of the fact that they have that likeness, they don't really need to change much, right? Obviously, updated with the rolling eyes, bigger head sculpt, but Lawrence Fishburne is Lawrence Fishburne, right? The hair has to be specific also, and that's about it. But then again, Trinity, right? They've never made her before. Toys Works made her. I believe Present Toys made her as well, if I'm not mistaken. Not Present Toys, Fishbone. I believe. Fishbone made her because they made, they pretty much made everybody from the Matrix as a third party. And so That's the only issue, right? Again, we're at a different level of Hot Toys. We are not at the same level that we were when they made the first Matrix Neo, right? We're not at the same level as when these third-party companies were doing these figures, right? So we've evolved from that. We're in a different era of Hot Toys, right? Regarding figures, regarding volume, regarding the amount of figures that they're making. Meaning the licenses, right? The types, the comic, the TMS, the MMS, the CMS, the what's the other one? The artisan, the VGM. We'll have to do a Constantine 2. I think so. I think so with this head sculpt. Do not be shocked if they do one, because it is very easy money, very simple figure. It'll be a head sculpt looking like this. Obviously, I believe he's got facial hair now. But if they want to do Constantine 1, here's a perfect head sculpt. Obviously, different style of hair. They'll give it a suit, which they got plenty, right? They can use anything from John Wick or anything like that. Doesn't have to be exactly that, but they got the materials for all that stuff. Give him that, that crossbow weapon that he's got, right? That automatic spinning crossbow weapon. Looks like a cross. His cigarette, right? They could give him the chair. They could give him the mirror, which is a third party. I don't remember what company made him like that, right? The deluxe exclusive version was the big mirror. I think it came with the mirror that they put up on the ceiling, I believe, when the demons are coming out. When he's doing the exorcism, and they look at the reflection in the mirror. I'm pretty sure that's what they gave that figure as an exclusive or as a deluxe. But they already made that. You know what I mean? So Hot Toys, forget it. It would be the easiest money. And again, nothing special about the figure whatsoever. At all. Very basic, no battle damaging, nothing. They could dirty up his suit. That's about it. So that would be a great, great figure for them to make. Moon Knight, yeah, everything's delayed. Morpheus with ball. Yeah, but the Nolan figure had, very, very minimal hair. That's what I said. They got to fix the hair. Whatever they got to do for the hair, they have to change it for that specific character, Morpheus, because obviously he didn't look like Nolan, but Lawrence Fishburne is Lawrence Fishburne, so. Faz, watch them drop Smith tonight, not my blade. No, I told you, they said it was delayed, so it's not going to be for, until like the next few weeks. This one never happened with Jazz. See, this is how you catch them lying. You just got a notification in their group telling you that Catwoman was delayed 29 to 35 million weeks because they're trying out 13 bodies. So this is what you guys call in the community a Jazzink shill. Okay? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. I'm glad I held out from getting the third-party Neo. Patience paid off. Well, I'm glad you brought this up because there's a channel member. I don't want to mention any names, but he says that he is forced when a company makes something that he doesn't have in his collection. He is forced to get these figures. They can look like complete ass. And something in his soul says, I am forced to get this into my collection. Why? Who the hell knows? Okay? I don't want to say any name, but his name is Carlo. F271 Chris, welcome. Hello! Isn't Neo one of the first Hot Toys ever? No, not at all. Not at all. When they made that Neo, Hot Toys was already around for years. For years. No, not at all. It was an early-ish figure, but not, it was already, I'm going to give you an example. One of their very early figures was the Kyle Reese. Okay? That's a very early on figure. That's one of the very first Hot Toys figures. At the license time. Look at that head sculpt. of Kyle Reese and look at the Neo Matrix head sculpt, and you tell me if you think they're from the same time. Not even a little bit. So that's how you could kind of gauge, and obviously you look at the packaging, which MMS it was, you could kind of see what era it was from. I can guarantee you 99% it wasn't MMS 100s. You know what I mean? I don't even think it was MMS 200s. So it's not. Actually, that's a great point. Let's find out together. Let me put this down real quickly. Let's find out together which MMS it was. Here we go. Not that one. Not that one. Here we go. Perfect Hot Toys MMS 466. And what was Hot Toys 001? Do we have a 001? No, let's do it the other way. Hot Toys Kyle Reese. Here it is. MMS 001. So that's my point. So Neo was already in the 400s. Okay? In the 400s. And this thing was 001. So yes, he was an earlier release, of course, right? We're already at what, 800? MMS 8-ish or late, high sevens or low eights of the MMS at least. And he was in the 4. So he was in the middle-ish of its time. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. No, even if we didn't see that, even if we couldn't see the MMSs, just look at the head sculpt and you could see night and day compared to, when Kyle Reese was around. Jungle, we were talking about your cousin earlier. Psst, unreal.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Ill Bobby Banks, welcome back.
Thanks, Dewey.
Are you friends with any other? Oh my God.
Wrong. I don't think so.
What kind of question is that? I feel like that was bait. That was bait. Are you baiting me into something right now? Are you baiting me? I hope not. Why would you want to, why is that? Why are you thinking about that? What is happening? What are you what are you trying to get at? What are you trying to get out of that question? Let me know. Let me know what you mean by that. Guys, hit the like button, please. You got 32 watching. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, whoever did already. Any current wish for figures? My new VGM Modern Leon from either Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 9. If anything, we're going to get a 9. The 4 is gone. For VGM, I don't know if they go backwards like that. But what do you call it? A 9 is possible. The game is doing very well, selling very well. Everybody on TikTok is playing it. Everybody on YouTube is playing it. So if anything, it's possible to get that 9, and obviously third parties are going to make it as well. But and the different outfits too. Those different, obviously Hot Toys doesn't make different outfits, right? They'll make you 2 different figures with a different outfit, but not one figure with the different outfits. So they've made Brown Jacket Leon, which I need. I believe that was Resident Evil 3. Brown Jacket Leon, RPD outfit Leon, Chris Redfield, 2 versions. BSAA and Stars. They made what's his name? Oh, what's the guy with the sunglasses? Shit. What is his name? Somebody tell me his name in the chat. I can't remember the guy's name. Oh my god. Wesker. Albert Wesker. Yes, thank you, Gerardo. Albert Wesker. They made 2 versions of that. One with the long trench coat with the checkered trench coat, and then one with the Stars outfit as well. Jill Valentine they made with the hoodie and the mask and the chest piece with the tight suit, and then also the BSAA outfit for her. So again, they'll make you the figure in a different outfit, but they won't give you a figure for you to swap the outfits. Also, Shiva was made only once for Resident Evil 5. Again, these are all Resident Evil 5, by the way. So yeah, they're great figures too, by the way. Hustles, welcome, my friend. How are you? Hello. I just go MMS one because it's very first. Yeah, 001. Yep. First change the name of God, Fabs GPT. Oh my god. This is why they call me the historian, but I'm not a librarian, so oh my god. Fabs is taking about the real type Neo. One of his first hot toys along naked to George Lucas. Oh, I see what you're saying. I think it was Ethan Hunt, George Lucas, and Neo. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like the very, very like crappy early on. Yes, let's find it. Let's find it for you. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those were like really not like the good ones. Those were like the real crappy ones. Here, let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. I know what you're talking about. The packaging was like completely different than what they're doing now. I know exactly what you're talking about. I completely forgot about that one. But let me see if I can find it, which most likely not. Because the new one, the updated one, the one we just went over was the one that or is the one that's showing up everywhere. No, it's not. Oh, brand Hot Toys. I think I found it, guys. This is crazy, man. Is it this one, guys? So this is something that, yeah, this is most likely it. It says law. I don't know if that's it. Hot Toys wouldn't do that. If they did, I don't remember that. But this looks like it could be because this has the same look as Kyle Reese. You know what I mean? So he's got that type of head sculpt of Kyle Reese. So this one's most likely it, guys. Let me see something. It doesn't give me the MMS, but it says the Matrix Hot Toys Neo Famous Type. Oh, there it is. Famous Type line, 12-inch. Yep, this is it, guys. Yeah, I completely forgot about this one. Crazy. What is this? No, this is not Hot Toys. But yeah, this is it. This is it, guys. Matrix Vintage Toys. Yep, so that was it. Look how crappy that is. So, yeah, again, I don't have this, so this is not something I think about. So, but yes, you're 100% correct. 100% correct. Man, Hot Toys come along. I'm telling you, that's why when people talk shit about, that's what when these YouTubers talk shit about Hot Toys, they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. Just because they weren't around doesn't mean things didn't happen. So now they're here in the moment talking shit about a company that they don't even know what it used to be, what the things used to look like, how crappy they used to be. And they still, at their worst, were still the best. That's why anybody talking shit about Hot Toys, you don't know what you're talking about. And that's why the topic of the stream tonight is that. Okay? Because that's all they do is run their mouth. They don't know what they're talking about. Bashing a company that they've been collecting themselves until they decided to tap out. Pathetic. Pathetic. Not Nick Cage, Tom Cruise. So, okay, so how is Line's Terminator? No, he loves his Star Wars. He loves his Star Wars. Definitely bait. Let's check the chat. Dream, welcome, my friend. How are you? Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Yeah, I got it. That's the same one. Yep. Let me pull it up. Michael sent the picture. Let me pull it up. Yeah, I think it is the same one, but let's pull up Michael's real quick. So this is Michael's. Again, this was one of the very first. This is what they used to look like. The Hot Toys used to look like. Look at all the black around the collar. A lot of these materials were so crappy that the collars of the figures would stain. The head sculpt would stain like this permanently. They weren't the greatest, but they were even back then they were the best of its time. Look how crappy the tailoring is. Those bodies, I could tell you, probably super flimsy. Look at the hands. Even after this, a lot of Hot Toys' figures, the hands, they wouldn't hold the weapons. They wouldn't hold the weapons at all. You have the hand, the gun holding weapon, and it's way too wide, and the gun has to sit in between, and you have to use a lot of blue tack sometimes because that's how bad. Even the hands weren't even useful. And then to sit there and talk about Hot Toys is trash. What are you talking about? One thing that I think should be included next for the for figures like John Wick or military figures like that. And I'm not saying John Wick is military, but action figures like that, is instead of having the finger always on the trigger, having the trigger disciplined hand, right, with the finger not on the trigger but on the side of the weapon. I think that is something that should be added, or they should start thinking about adding it at some point. 'Cause remember, if you're a real type of person like John Wick, you don't have your finger constantly on the trigger, right? You always have it placed on the weapon until you got to pull it, right? Why haven't we gotten something like that again, especially for somebody like John Wick? Something to think about, right? That to me would be something more accurate, worthy than breakable sunglasses. Wesker, yes, sunglasses. I'm playing R9, second time, about to unlock unlimited ammo. No, great games. Like I said, I watched the entire game, 9 hours on YouTube. Really good storyline. Jump scares like crazy. The puzzles are actually fun, but it's a lot going on in the game, man. I can tell you, Resident Evil 6. I want to say it was 6. The one where they're in the Spanish town. I thought that was a crazier game than 9. Guaranteed. Playing while watching the stream. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Leave the historian. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Is this your pantry? Is this at your pantry? No, I don't have any figures in my pantry. I'm not a bum. 225. Fat Hot to the solid at best. This guy. The first thing I will do with Disney is donate it to Lucho. Yeah, he'll definitely body swap it. Don't be disrespectful. The figure was from last year. This figure from last year. Imagine. It would be cool to have all these Neos lined up together. I can tell you this Neo's not even standing up by itself. I can tell you that right now. Hobie, welcome. Hello. Factor Entertainment, those figures look so awful, yet every streamer thinks they're great. You deserve this, okay? You deserve this.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
those figures look like complete trash. Okay? But again, people feel forced because, for example, nobody has made Jaws figures. So guess what? I am forced to buy this garbage. What was the other figure they made? It was Jaws and something else. Oh my God, who was the other? What was the other figure that? Oh, the O'Connell from the Mummy, right? The Mummy, Mummy figure, the Mummy movie. That figure looks like crap. But again, the lying sacks of shit YouTubers always talking shit, making, again, they have no taste, they have no standards, they don't care about anything. They're just there to lie to you no matter what about, doesn't matter what. Anybody that says those figures look good, you're a liar. You're a lying sack of shit. If there's anything exciting, if you say there's anything exciting about those figures, you're a lying sack of shit. They look like shit. And the slap in the face is that after having figures available to us, like Hot Toys figures, you should kind of have a gauge on what's good and what's bad, because nobody comes close to Hot Toys likenesses at all. So once you have Hot Toys in your collection or available to you, and you go look at that company's product, same thing with Jazz Inc., same thing with, what's the other one? What's the other company making garbage? In art. Completely forgot my favorite. Having Hot Toys, pretty much the mainstream standard, because they're the ones making the most, announcing the most, releasing the most, have the most lines. Again, I'll say it forever because it's a fact. And then you get some bullshit like that and you're like, oh, this is great, this is good. Where? How? It's pathetic. And then everybody, then they say it, and everybody else suddenly just blinded by the fact that a know-nothing YouTuber says that some garbage was good. Everybody, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm forced. It is fucking crazy. Well, you're asking this guy. Hot Toys gave us a trigger discipline hand pose with the clean T800 for the shotgun. Oh, I didn't even notice. Because I didn't go crazy with those with the hands, so I got to check that out. But I'm saying for like a John Wick, I don't know if we got one. Leon is one of my favorite video game characters, so I'd like a proper modern figure of him. Yeah, no, a 9 would be great. Resident Evil 4 is what you're referring to, Fabs. The remake is great if you haven't played it. No, the 4. I want to say it was the 4. But they're in that. I mean, scary wise, that game was crazy with Jack Krauser as the bad guy in the end. I want to say, I have that figure. I have the Jack Krauser, transformation figure, but I don't have the the normal version of him. Which again, it was like over $300 forever, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. But I need it, and that would complete the line because I have every single other Resident Evil figure ever made. I don't have a brown jacket Leon, and I don't have the Jack Krauser version, the normal version, but I have the transformation version. Thought Fabs is gonna kick him. Looks super crap. No, I'm telling you, I'm gonna pull him up. I'm gonna pull him up for you guys so you could see what I'm talking about. So you guys don't think I'm a hater. So you guys don't call me a hater. I know you guys love to call me a hater for stating facts all the time. It's not my fault. The truth hurts your feelings. Okay. And I promised Rudy we were going to talk about this, and he ended up not sending me the link like he was supposed to. Because he's very, very selfish all the time. Rick O'Connell. Here we go. So, look at this. First of all, look at those hands. Okay, let's just start there. You're going to tell me that these crappy ass hands, okay, look at the paint. Looks like a toddler painted them. You're going to tell me this is good. Okay? Again, this, you know what this feels like? Caustic plastic. That cheap paint application, that cheap quality looking shit, right? Look at the body. Right? You got a single joint right there, as you can see. Right? So it's jointed, so they're not even using anything, that is seamless at this point. That is, I don't expect everybody to be using silicone because it's pricey, so I get it, right? But it's like, what's so great about this? You know what I mean? Look at this. Look how cheap this looks. Nothing looks professional at all. Look how cheap the holsters look. Look at that. Are you kidding me? That paint alone looks like he's got foundation on. Okay? This is what Rudy blows. Exactly. So look at this. The head sculpt has got no life to it. Look at the hands. Look how crappy. Look at the joints. Right? Very, very exposed. Nothing clean about it. Nothing. Look at that. It looks like he's got a big ass head too. What are you talking about? Again, and I'm not saying that, I'm not bashing it. I'm not saying, oh, this, don't buy this. You're going to do whatever you want to do. But I'm stating facts. Look at that. Look at that big ass head. What do you mean? If Hot Toys had done this, people would be talking shit about it. Guys, hit the like button, please. We got 37 watching. Thank you guys for being here. A Georgia the Jungle Films company will look dope. Exactly. So very crappy look. And then how do they get your money? Oh, well, it's got the Book of the Dead. It's got the 2 revolvers. It's got the shotgun. It's got the Sebi Auto. It's got the key to Hamanoptera. It's got the Egyptian sword. It's got the printed scenic bat. Like, no, none of this is worth anything. This is garbage. All of it is garbage. But the YouTubers got to talk shit as usual to make it seem like they're so positive in this community that everything's just so great and you should have no standards and you should have one good product. But Hot Toys is the problem. Hot Toys is the garbage in this community. Everybody else is great. Hot Toys is the problem. You are retarded. It's true, Rudy. You know it. If you don't see the pet. The display base, they didn't even try. It's everything is again, reminds me of caustic plastic. Same shit. Same shitty shit. They'll add 175 for the same shitty shit. And people will get this and say, oh my God, the figure is so good. It's so amazing. When the prototype alone already looks like shit. Look at this. Look how cheap all of this is. Look how crappy all of this is. What do you mean? What are you talking about? The body alone looks like shit. Look at that. This is a decent pose here. Without the scarf. Holding the shotgun. Again, look at the hands. Get the tattoo here. The hands don't even really match the arm. What are you talking about? This is your community, guys. You guys have no standards. You got no taste. You love garbage. But Hot Toys is your headache. That's why this community is fucking retarded. Look at this. Look at the two tones from the arm to the hand. Look how cheap this gauntlet looks. What are we talking about here? This is what you're forced to buy? Garbage? You can't live without this garbage in your collection? What do you mean? Nobody's forcing anybody to buy anything. Yo, I can't understand it. Look at this. Look at this. No life. Look at those eyes. You're going to tell me this is great? Does it even have rolling eyes? Of course not. Of course not. Why would it have rolling eyes? Because nobody has standards. They only want accuracy from Hot Toys, but everybody else, oh, your garbage is great. We don't expect anything from the garbage. Nope, everything's perfect from them. Hot Toys, though, you need to do better because you're going out of business, or your lines are doomed, or your product is doomed. Hot Toys is dead, but this is perfect. This is what the community needs. This garbage. What are you talking about? Look at these joints. What year is this? This is 1999? 2001? What is this? Like, again, look at the two tones. Look how dark this is. Look how light this is. Look how weird the hands look. What are we talking about here? This is good. Again, if any YouTuber is telling you that any of this is good, you know they're talking shit to your face. You know they're lying to your face, running their mouth as usual. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Then again, and I will repeat it always and forever, everything doesn't have to be like a Hot Toys figure. Nobody's going to be like a Hot Toys figure. That's why it's the best. And that's why it's the standard in the 1/6. Anything that we get from any other company, our gauge is Hot Toys. Why? They make the most. They have the best price point. Okay, they got the most updated features at the moment, obviously, besides the magnetic eyes, which apparently is not the greatest thing. I thought it was cool. I thought it was something that Hot Toys, was going to get into. And like I said about the artisan and the rooting, when InArts did it, I said, wait till Hot Toys gets good at it. They're going to kill it. And here we are. They're already making way more product that are rooted than InArt, better looking than InArt. So if they decide to do the magnetic eyes, they're going to be better than J&D. Better than whoever else is deciding to do or has decided to do these magnetic eyes. Hot Toys will do it better. It's inevitable. Just like when they saw the rooting from InArt, boom, we're going to do it better and we're going to charge you $500. If you're charging $1,000, we're going to charge you $500 for one. And here we are paying $500 plus for these figures. Obviously not everybody, because not everybody can, right? Whether it comes to money or the fact that they're limited, not everybody's getting one, but they're all selling out. So you're going to tell me this is amazing, this is great? Look at this. He looks like he's got like short arms, like it doesn't even look like a normal size figure for some reason. I don't know. This looks so bootleg, and this is licensed too, which is again another slap in the face. This is supposed to be a licensed product. This is not even third party to blame it on the fact that it's a third party. You know what I mean? This is absolutely not. Look at that. So garbage. Again, this reminds me of caustic plastic. Look at that paint. Looks like mascara on the face. Not mascara, foundation. Like he's got all this makeup caked on. It's not good. And I'm not even a critic like that. It's just not good. It's not acceptable. Garbage. Let's get into the Jaws figures, because that was another set that Rudy was forced to buy. Because, again, when you don't have standards, you're forced to buy all this garbage. And, again, who's going to tell Rudy, don't buy it? Nobody's going to tell Rudy not to buy it. Who's going to say, hey, don't spend your money on whatever the fuck you want? Nobody's saying that. Nobody can say that. You know what I mean? All you could do is hope that they have common sense, hope that they don't have brain damage, hope that they, that they are considerate people in the sense of, you know what? Maybe I should open my eyes for once in my lifetime and not, not waste my money on stuff like this. But guess what? They don't know any better. Trying to find the their page, but here we go. Here we go. Oh wait, they're not even on their website. What? They don't even have product type. 1/6 scale fig. Here we go. Here we go. So here they are. Again, Quint and Hooper coming soon. Okay? So literally looking like the Neo that we just went over. Exactly like that. Same. Look at this tailoring. Look at this material. Okay? This material was used years ago by customizers. Anytime you needed any, pair of jeans, third party or anything like that, or a jacket, this is what you would get on eBay for $20, $15, like this type of shit. It's 2026. Why are we still looking at stuff like this? You're going to tell me there's nothing better? You're going to tell me this is the best you could do? What are you talking about? Let's see if I can find their group, their Facebook group, because I think it's important to. Let's see if they even have a group, which I don't even know. If they have, they do. It looks like they do. I'm not even following the group. Sorry, I have standards. Here they go. Yeah, so it's only those two pictures. It looks like. Even yeah, exactly. No, complete trash. Complete trash. Complete trash. They'll add 175 for this. How many dollars for this figure? I don't even know. Rudy, tell them how much you paying for that. They can't even pose him. I'm telling you, it's horrible. But again, I know you're forced. No double jointed elbows. Looks like that's a fail. Again, it's great though. Your favorite YouTuber, your favorite lying sack of shit YouTuber told you it was good. So guess what? Must be good. Different tones could be lighting. No, your lighting angle is not going to give you two different tones on the same angle. That makes no sense. Aren't you an engineer or are you a tahine maker? Fabs, this artist said no, of course not. Absolutely not. The face look no, everything looks like shit. Even the body looks like shit. What are you talking about? We don't understand. No, again, you will never understand people who feel that that's what they like. You're allowed to live in this earth, in this world, on this earth, and have no taste and have no standards. There's no problem with that. That's why I will never stop saying it, because a lot of people in this community have no standards. They have no taste. Clearly, here we are. Anybody who thinks this is good, you have no standards and you have no taste. Very simple. Even older houses, unfortunately, not close. As you like hot toys. All right, Jungle, go to sleep. Dumber disrespectful to caustic. They suck too. They look exactly the same as this shit. Jaws. Rudy is rich, that's why. Exactly. He plays it off like, I don't know. I want trash in my collection all the time. It is their first figure ever, so it's not acceptable. Unacceptable. And then the worst part is if again, I don't know, but if any YouTuber said this is any good, you're a lying sack of shit. I have to sell. I have to sell some hot toys to afford these. This guy, I can tell him, Rudy, don't buy. Rudy, don't do it, guys. He is balls deep in that pre-order. He is balls deep with that deposit already. Okay, he is not turning back, and he knows it. Okay, he knows it. They have a group. Yeah, no, I just found the group. I saw a figure like this at Walmart for $25.99. Exactly. Literally. If they price it over 190, thank you. But again, they're probably gonna have to pay for the licensing, which is not cheap, I'm assuming. And there's gonna be your over $200 figure, and people are gonna praise it as if it's better than Hot Toys as usual. Because remember, everybody hates Hot Toys. Hot Toys is the problem, but everything else is fucking garbage. I think it was Mattel. What are you talking about? You're my favorite YouTuber. Oh my god.
How dare you?
Y'all don't ever disrespect me.
No lighting can save this. Thank you. Thank you for having eyes, Hobie. You described the potato. Yo, this is complete trash. Again, the tailoring, even the tailoring for this one at least, right? Very decent. The material for the jean shirt, right? The denim shirt, right? Nothing exciting, nothing out of this world, nothing amazing. He's wearing gloves, right? So that's, I guess, it is what it is, right? The shoes, just the most basic thing. Again, head sculpt wise, trash, complete trash. And then we got Hooper. Look at those hands. You're going to tell me this is not 1999 Hot Toys hands? Like, this is complete trash. What do you mean you can't give me a decent hand? What are you talking about? Look at the tailoring on this thing. Look at the denim on this thing. Again, very old style materials to give it that old school look. But again, nothing good. Nothing good about it at all. Trash. All of it. And something else that they did. Okay. So, Bob, remember we spoke on this. Something that came to my attention. Let me see if I could find it. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Ron. Let me see if I can find what I was going to pull up regarding this announcement. Let's see if I can find it. Bob, if you have it handy, please send it, because I thought I had it. Yeah, no, I don't have it. Bob, if you have it, please send it to me. I thought I had it. Oh, let me know when you send it, Bob, if you have it. If not, then it's not a big deal. But so this is another figure that a lot of people, obviously love the movie. A lot of people love Jurassic Park. A lot of people, it is not abnormal for people to want these figures, right? Great movie. The problem is who's making them. As you can see, at least you don't see the ball joint for this here, right? Like before, which was very, the Rick, very garbage, right? All the exposed joints, complete garbage. Oh, was it you, Rudy? Rudy. Yes. I thought it was Rudy messaging because I saw this, and then yes. Didn't you say that that's what it was? That it was AI? So send it to me, please, if you have it. Because I want to pull. Yeah, here we go. Yep. Here we go. So give me 1 second, guys, because I'm gonna expose it all. So, what is his name? Let me pull his page up too, because we're gonna get into it. Here we go, guys. Strap it on. strap it on. Hey, I thought he posted this too. What happened over here? What happened over here? Bob, how come he what's happening? How come he deleted this stuff? Oh no, he deleted it. I thought it was still up on his page. So Sean Dabbs, guys, let me tell you guys, let me explain while I look for this. So Sean Dabbs decided to share on his story that he was very happy and proud to be making the head sculpts for the Jurassic Park figures, right? Right? But now I can't find it. All right, not the figures, the one figure. Bob, let me see. If you have the yes, thank you. The Jeff Goldblum stuff. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So thank you. Now I'm set up, guys. Strap it on. If you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. So I gotta get out of here because now here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, good. All right, we're set up, guys. We're set up. So, right, you see this. Your first thought is, wow, it looks great. Right? Obviously, there's a lot of darkness in the picture, right? We can't really tell how good the head sculpt is. I could tell you it is not good already. But, you know, let's just say this is amazing, right? Just from the picture, just from the prototype picture, just from this, as you can see, at the bottom here, let me remove this real quickly just for 1 second. It says here, subject to licensor and talent approval, vehicle not included, right? So they tell you that already, right? So again, you see this, right? The seam, right? The joint, slightly seamless. You're like, all right, very decent. The watch covers this one. Okay. The pants, the tailoring, very, very good, right? Not as trash as the Rick, not as trash as the Jaws, right? Way better looking. And I can tell you that because it looks way better than anything else. Okay? So you could be like, oh, you know, it looks great, right? Again, this is the only picture we've gotten so far, right? Then, come on. I hate it when it does that. Kicks you out when you're in the middle of something. Then we get this beauty. Okay? Now look at this one. Joints exposed, which again, most likely what the other body looks like, right? Exactly the same, just the sleeves are covering down here, right? They were rolled up to here, so you didn't really see this joint, right? These are exactly the same, kind of seamless. You don't really see much of it, right? Then look at that. Again, just from this image, which again, very dark, you don't see it 100% clear, right? You could say, wow, this looks great. Still better than Garbage Rick and the Jaws figures. Still way better. Remember, these are the only images we got. Okay? Let me catch up with you guys real quick before I go in. Before I go in on this bullshit. Thank you, sir. You were making me feel like an out. I saw these posts. I thought they were AI memes. Wait. I have to get Jurassic Park. I'm forced to. Thank you, Bob. The majority wants the company to feel 20 years behind. Again, not everybody, but just wait. Remember, the other three, complete garbage. Okay? Now pay attention to what's about to happen. It's going to rock your world. And Malcolm, he was showing Malcolm pigs. Well, did he delete? They're gone. Again, it was the story, I believe, so the stories might have ended, but they're gone. Okay? Now watch this. That's why Rick figure isn't good. It's not a Sean Dabbs sculpt. Wait. It's all been AI. Wait, Hobie. Guys, hit the like button. We got 42 watching. Thank you guys for being here. I'm good with my Mattel Amberline friends. So, Hobie. So let's go. Right? Same image. Same picture. Right? Looking very good. Tailoring looks incredible. On the shirt, on the pants, the shoes look great. Right? Again, very crazy joints here, but it is what it is, right? They're not everybody, like I said, and I will always say, not everybody needs to make seamless, not everybody needs to make silicone, not everybody needs to be like Hot Toys, but knowing the retardation in this community that is always bashing Hot Toys over, remember the Peacemaker situation? Oh, look, it should be seamless. Boom, they gave you seamless. Anytime there's an issue with a prototype, people complain about it. Again, regarding Hot Toys. This garbage, for whatever reason, I haven't heard that it's bad. I haven't heard that they should make it silicone. I haven't heard that they should make it seamless. Not a peep from anybody. Okay? Now, remember, beautiful, right? Beautiful. This is not even a prototype. Okay? Somebody ran this through AI and asked, do you detect AI in this photo? Yes, this image shows strong sign of being AI generated or at least heavily AI assisted. Here are the main indicators that stand out. So then he goes into blah, blah, blah. Okay? So telling you that this has been messed with one way or another. Okay? Now, where could they have possibly taken this from and gotten this from to get such a beautiful looking 1/6 scale figure? Again, it's not a prototype, it's an image. And I'm going to tell you why it's not even a prototype if you want to believe that it's a prototype. This is a 1/10 scale prototype version Ian Malcolm, Art Scale 1/10 Jurassic Park by Art Scale. So, in case you missed it, beautiful 10 scale. If it was AI generated or AI manipulated, and we get to this, is it possible that they started with this? Remember, this doesn't even have joints. This is a 1/10 scale. This one comes with the joints now. Okay? Again, this is not a prototype. I'm going to tell you why it's not a prototype. I'm going to show you. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to show you why this is not a prototype. Guys, there's 44 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. Okay? So again, this is a company that actually made a prototype in 1/10 scale. And it looks like they used it, AI'd it, and then here you go. Okay? Now, how can you say this is not a prototype? How can you say that? Well, number one, it doesn't say prototype like this one says prototype version. Okay? That's number one. It is not stated that it is a prototype. So that's giveaway number one. Number two, this was on Sean Dabbs' story. Okay? For those who follow Sean Dabbs, you go on his page right now. Anytime there's a head sculpt made by Sean Dabbs, what do you usually see on his Instagram? You see the actual head sculpt. And I'm going to show you guys. I don't know why I got out of his page, but I'm going to show you what I mean. Just so you guys can put two and two together, because you guys don't have any critical thinking skills in this community. And so here we go. So where are we? Here we go. So just so you guys can see, Sean Dabbs. Okay, here it is. So let me show you guys when he makes a head sculpt. Okay. Not that. What the fuck am I? Right here. Okay. Sean Dabbs, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Sculpted by Sean Dabbs, me. Painted by MP Studio. Okay. So he is telling you that he's sculpted and he's showing you, as you can see, it's on a stick, something that he made himself. He's telling you he made it himself. Okay. This one, does it say him? Sculpted. Does it say sculpted? No, this is somebody else. Right? Is this sculpted by him? No, it doesn't say it's his either. Let me see another one. Here we go. Portrait sculpted by Sean Dabbs. Again, how do we know it's sculpted by him? He's telling you and he's showing you. Look, I did this. It's on a stick. This is fresh. I just finished this. Right? Paying attention? Does he tell you anything about this?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
What do you see here? You see the original image of his AI made picture. Again, according to that image. So I didn't say it because I don't know, right? It's according to that image. And then you get this from his page. Okay. How come we don't get this? If he really makes that, if he really made that, if that's even a prototype, how come, number one, it's not on his page, nowhere to be found, right? Nowhere to be found, nowhere on a stick, right? Like when he says, I made it, right? None of them are on a stick, right? Look at this. Sculpted by Sean Dabbs, right? Fresh on a stick, right? Where is this Goldblum figure? But he did show you a rendering, as you can see here, of what's to come. So how does he already know that this is going to look like this?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
See how easily people are fooled? So you see this image and you go, holy shit, that, because it looks great. Rudy saw this and go, I am forced. Meanwhile, it's AI generated, so you don't even know what this is going to look like when the actual head sculpt is made. But you're already forced to buy what? An AI generated image? That's what is forcing you to buy it? That's what I'm saying. I can't. So any YouTuber pushing this on you, telling you it's good, they don't even know what they're talking about. Because like I said, at least if Sean Dabbs had done the head sculpt, it would be on here. I would say, look, this is what the head sculpt looks like. It doesn't look like this, or look, it looks better than this, or it looks exactly like this. But there's no prototype head sculpt. So what are we looking at? What are we forced to buy here? An AI generated image? A rendering on the right-hand side? So any YouTuber running their mouth as usual, again, exposing themselves as not knowing shit about shit about shit. And let's say the AI generated, this thing here, right? Let's say this is fake. Let's say somebody made this up. So let's even leave that out, okay? If he hasn't made the head sculpt, how do they know it's going to look like this? Because he clearly hasn't made the head sculpt. That's why we have a rendering on the right-hand side. So if he doesn't know that it's going to look like this, where are we getting this image from? Did we steal it from the 110 scale? Wake up, garlics. Wake up, garlics. Fabs breaking my heart right now. Again, you are forced. There's no turning back. Once you're forced, that's it. You're done. You have to pay for it. Like J&D forced you to cancel, right? That wasn't forced, even with a deposit. That wasn't forced. But this garbage is forced. How? I will never understand. You have to remember this is a USA company. I'm personally rooting for them. It's not about, I hope this company fails. It's not about this company's not like Hot Toys. It has nothing to do with any of that. But pay attention to what's happening. If this is the type of stuff that you're expecting because it's an American company, then we're doomed. So because it's American, we shouldn't have standards. We should just take whatever they give us because they're American. So let's hope they make it. Why? You're going to accept mediocre shit because the company's American and you want to be MAGA? You want to be pro MAGA? You know what I mean? Like, no, it's not okay. It could be a New York company. So that means that I got to swallow garbage because it's a New York company? What do you mean? Again, when I point these things out, it's not about, I hope they don't make it. I hope they fail. None of that. It'll never be any of that. I'm pointing shit out to you guys for you to decide. Again, 99.9% of the people will still buy the garbage because, again, they have no taste. They have no standards. It is what it is. It ain't my money they're spending, so I don't care. That's why it doesn't affect me whether these figures come out, whether these figures get better or worse, or these companies make it or not. It doesn't affect me because my money is not going to them anyway. That's why I will never tell anybody, guys, don't buy this, don't buy that. All I'm doing is pointing it out and exposing the fact that you have no taste and no standards. Because how can you be, and I told this to the guys in the chat yesterday or the day before, how can you be exposed to something like a Hot Toys figure and go look at this or the Rick O'Connell or the Jaws figures and go, wow, I need that, when we have already been conditioned and pretty much forced to expect. That's how I do it, right? If something is not up to par with something like Hot Toys, again, not that it has to be exactly like it, but they're charging me something like it. Why can't I expect what I get from Hot Toys for those prices? Because it's an American company? Absolutely not. If these companies came in at a decent price point, 180, 175, introduction prices, they know we know we're not as good as Hot Toys, so this is why we're pricing it like this. But no, they come in as if they were better than Hot Toys or up there with them, price those figures at that same price point as if they're okay enough to be priced at that point, as their product is so is good enough as a Hot Toys. Like, no, what are you talking about? So that's what I point out. It is crazy. So anybody who thinks that the figure is going to look like this, get that out of your head, because this is what they're working on now. There's nothing out yet. The only thing that's out now is the prototype of the 110 scale. This is the only thing that's out right now. Nothing in 1/6. You don't have a prototype in 1/6. Okay? This is not even a prototype yet. Right? If it were, again, why isn't it up here? Why isn't he showing you, hey, I made this? Just like he says, I made this. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Blinken, welcome, my friend. How are you? Nice to see you.
Hello!
Watched an interview with Fear Factor Entertainment, and he did say they did us AI for the background, rain and lighting, and that is a prototype. Okay, fine. Let's say that is true. Because remember, nobody lies to you guys. Okay, nobody lies to you. Everything they tell you is a fact and truth, and you all swallow it all. Okay, so if that is a prototype, right? And Sean Dabbs is supposed to make the head sculpt. Where is the head sculpt?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Who made the head sculpt? Wasn't it Sean Dabbs? So if Sean Dabbs is making the head sculpt, and that is a prototype, where is the head sculpt being displayed right now?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
We have one image. Okay? One image. This is all we got. That's a prototype, one image. And then one image, and then we got the rendering, and then this is, do you consider this a prototype? How come we don't have more pictures of this prototype? That's it. Just one. This is it. This is what we're going off of. This is what the orders are going to come from, because it's 99% or 100% most likely all AI. Yeah, he told you, oh, the rain is AI, the truck is AI, the background's AI. He's going to tell you that the figure is AI too, so you can be like, so what are we getting? Because remember, nobody lies. Nobody lies in this community. No company lies to you to take your money. No company says anything that they have to say to get people on their side, hype for their future products, right? No, none of this happens, right? It's unheard of. This never happens. Every company tells you the truth. Jazz Inc. always tells you the truth. They never lie to you about anything. InArt never lies to you about anything, right? Remember when they said platinum silicone was better than medical grade, and then it came out immediately that was a lie. So these companies never lie to you to take your money. Never. So all of this is AI, but this is a prototype. Okay, where's the head sculpt being displayed? Oh crap, so they don't even have a head sculpt made yet, so they are making pre-order. Again, if I'm wrong, I am wrong. Where is the prototype of the head sculpt if this is a prototype figure?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
And like I said, these figures look great. The figures look great. This looks great. The tailoring looks, look at that. They look great. Where are the prototype head sculpts? If these are prototypes, where are the head sculpts?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Like I said, I'm not claiming anything. I'm going by what I'm showing you guys, and that's it. I don't know any inside information. I don't know anything else. Somebody just said, oh, he said that everything is AI except the figure. Where is the head sculpt being displayed? Who made the head sculpt? Because every time somebody makes a head sculpt, remember, they show it off. I just showed you. Sean Dabbs does it. Any artist from Hot Toys does it. JC Hong does it. After he paints it or whatever, he always shows it off. The artist that makes it always shows it off on their Instagram. Where is it? Again, any YouTuber pushing this down your throat, lying sack of shit. Always running their mouth, talking shit. To again, for what? To sound like they're so positive and everything is great in the community, but they're the first one to talk shit about Hot Toys. Because they're full of shit. Pathetic. Hope you on the prototypes were shown 1 year ago at San Diego Comic-Con. What prototypes? More respectable than you know. What prototypes? The Jaws. I did see the Jaws. Yes, the Jaws were there at Comic-Con. Rudy was there. We saw them. We have video of them. So that is true. The Rick O'Connell, I believe, also. I want to say it was also there. These figures weren't. This Jurassic Park stuff, I don't think it was. But the Jaws stuff was there. And still, nothing like, oh my God, this is amazing. No, not at all. And again, even if they were those prototypes are not the final product anyway. So Look, in all seriousness, you know I'm not going around saying these are hard. No. That's the thing. There's the thing. Nobody's saying that you're saying anything anywhere near that. But the thing is, my mindset is to feel forced to buy this crap for what? That's where I'm coming from. Not that you're claiming, or anybody, not just you personally, but that anybody's claiming that, oh, this is no. Why bother? Again, I'm not saying don't buy it. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. Period. It's your money. Do whatever you want. My mentality is, why bother? Why add fuel to something that looks like this? So then these companies, instead of immediately off the bat fixing shit and getting better, they sell that mediocre shit and keep pushing more mediocre shit, because if the first one sold very well because people were forced to buy it, what do they need to fix? Why do they need to update? Everybody was okay with the bullshit. Why would they need to make anything better? But Hot Toys comes out with a product, and we need the glasses to be accurate. We need the ball sweat on the ear. What are you talking about? That's where I'm going. It's not about the personal or personal thing or regarding the person buying it. No, it's the mentality of the community. That the best company being Hot Toys is always bashed about nothing, but some garbage like this that doesn't even have a prototype is suddenly an amazing product. Retardation Nation. You haven't seen a prototype yet. It's already the best. What are you talking about? It's the Jazz Inc. model order based on literally, and people are falling for it left and right. You still haven't seen, all you saw for the Jazz Inc. Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman has been what? The pictures of the, not the prototype, because you haven't seen a prototype. You saw the pictures of the promotion pictures of the tiers, right? The regular, the deluxe, the 1,000 piece version, that's all you've seen. Right? The one with the cats, right? The cat diorama, and then the other one, and the other one at $1,000. That's all you've seen. You haven't seen an actual prototype of the figure moving, of what it's gonna. You haven't seen shit. But it's already the best. It's easy to fool people when they're already fooling themselves. Always. And because, again, they have no standards and no taste, it's even that much easier. People, they need to believe, and nowadays they'll believe anything. Always. That's all I'm talking about. Just people, how people think. That makes no sense. Fabs will say now, wow, what, what a piece of crap. New drop. Something dropped? What dropped? Oh, stop. Holy crap. Oh, holy shit. Guys, you don't even know. Oh, thank you, Albert. Guys, you don't even know what just happened. Guys, the king back at it again. Holy crap. Guys, comic version CMS, the Silver Surfer. Holy crap. Like I told you guys, I think we're getting it from Fantastic Four as well. I am 99.9% sure that figure's coming. Don't ask me why. I think it's coming. And now that we got a comic version of it, people are going to be very happy and say, you know what? We'll take the female too. Remember this conversation. If they hadn't done this, it would have been hard to sell that female version. And I think it still might be hard. But having the comic book version of this guy and having the female is more doable now than just having the female for no reason. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. The Jurassic Park pics were just a tease. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that at Comic-Con, but I the Jaws I did. Now that I remember. Fast, you got the Hot Toys pic. No, I'm here. I was just waiting. I was just talking my shit. 255 already up? Already up? Let's see. Holy crap. Come on. Yep. Already up, guys. 255. Holy shoot. That is awesome. Oh my God, that is crazy. I want to share the link in the group, guys, so you guys could order. Yo, that's crazy. That is, guys, I shared the link in the group. Whoever's going to pre-order right away. Oh, I got these, Bob. Thank you. Bob, I shared the link in the group. Oh, come on. What's happening? So annoying. Hold on. Holy crap, guys. This is insane. This is very exciting. This is very unexpected. And also remember for next year that Hot Toys came in after their New Year's and began dropping stuff. So I have no interest in these figures, but I just went to the video again, and he said these are teasers, and they will show a prototype at Comic-Con. These will not be up for pre-order for a while. There you go. Nothing's even started yet. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly the proof. The point I'm trying to prove. The point I'm trying to make is that none of what you're seeing is made. There's nothing tangible yet. Can't touch nothing. So what does that mean? That's not a prototype. It's most likely AI, all of it. And it came from the 1/10 scale figure, guaranteed. Enough as we know, barely. You barely know. Holy shit. Holy shit. The King selling Marvel Legends. $300 Marvel Legends. Bob.
Y'all don't ever disrespect me.
After the stream, get ready, okay? So crazy. Yes, we do know. Oh my God, finally, we've been trying to get your attention for 20 minutes. Sorry. I was in my zone. Talking my shit about the full of shit YouTubers. I shared the link with you guys. I shared in the group already. This is a very nice it's not AI, sicko. In the interview, he did say Sean Devs did an Ian Malcolm head sculpt and Alan Grant is done by Indigo Gill. Gotcha. Well, we haven't seen anything yet. 200 Adam Doom, welcome.
Hello!
$255 Marvel Legends with the amount of visible joints or reminds me of the 29 Spider-Man. Well, I haven't looked at the pictures yet. Keep it in your pants. Give me a break. Let me see. Surfboard magnetic attaches to his feet. Nice. There we go. All right, so let's get to the figure, guys. So that's a good point. Adam Doom, remember that was a thing, right? Everybody complained about the that 29 Spider-Man 2099 figure with all the joints exposed that they wanted. They did it on purpose to get the articulation they wanted out of that figure. Everybody complained. We got a suit out of it. So if anybody's unhappy with this and loves the figure, guess what? Go right to Hot Toys and start complaining right now. But yeah, this is very toyish. Now that I'm looking at it, very toyish. Look at all these joints. Very, very. If it's for $255, this is not good. I'll tell you that right now. Absolutely not good. Way too many joints, as somebody stated. Again, does not even look like one piece. It's so many pieces, right? It doesn't look. Look at that. You get a completely You get a Thor hammer though, a Mjolnir from the side. It looks like the sideshow Thor. But again, what does that mean? That means that we're most likely getting a comic book Thor possibly, as you can see. Most likely with the hammer, right? They're not going to make the hammer and not make the Thor figure. The surfboard looks nice. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. So again, you get some effect on the hand. It looks like the God Loki effect, obviously not in green, but in purple. These joints are killing me. Yeah, this was kind of cheap. Kind of cheap looking at $255. I mean, I can tell you this right now. People are going to buy it anyway. It's Silver Surfer. When are you going to get another one besides, if anything, the movie version of the female, right? But what's going to happen is they're going to have to do something different than this on that figure because it didn't look like this. So if the MMS looks better, which it should, just out of principle, because MMS is your movie version, your better version, your more expensive version, then they're going to say, why didn't they do this with this and just repaint it in the chrome, in the silver chrome? So that's going to be a problem. I can tell you that right now. But the paint, as you can see, very shiny, very chromed out. Mark II, Iron Man Mark II style. Looks very basic, right? Look at the torso. Like, are you kidding me? Like, nah. Like, this looks horrible. Like, you're going to tell me this is what we're getting? Nah. Look at that. We don't even get one single joint. We got a half a joint. Look how thin that is. Nah. Again, probably getting it because I didn't get the third-party one with that funky base that it came with. But I'm telling you, this has to hit better in hand. I can tell you, look how cheap this looks. Nah. They have to fix something. But remember, again, this is comic book. This is comic book version. So don't expect too much. But for $255, remember, this is from the show too, the Silver Surfer show. You know, that style of figure, right? This is comic book, of course, but I'm saying it looks like the logo from his show as well. So again, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Surfer magnetically, I would want this Hot Toy statue and like a Hot Toys melted. Yeah, or you know, power pose type thing. You know what I mean? Make it seamless, but make it like decent. You know? Look, we got the kneecaps covering the joint, right? See how it covers the joint somewhat? So I guess if you straighten it out, the kneecap cover, this little bump here will cover the entire joint. But again, you shouldn't have this type of joint for something like that. I would expect this to be completely seamless. You know, not that they can't do it, not that it's something impossible in 2026 by Hot Toys. But I wonder what's going to happen. If enough people complain about this, we're going to have a change. We have to have a change. I want a Silver Surfer really bad, but this one isn't for me. So you're not forced to buy this, right? Because we don't have one, right? We have a third-party one that's not anywhere near like this, right? The paint is not the same. It's not chrome, right? Kind of funky body. So do you feel forced that you have to buy this by any means? I don't. I still want it. Most likely will get it. But do I feel forced? No. Darth Malachus, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
No, I love Silver Surfer, but this figure hurts my soul. Yeah, power pose would be a lot better for that. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is, again, you know, it'll probably be fine in hand, right? Or good articulation, which is most likely why they made it this way. Remember, it's supposed to be a comic book figure. So take all that into consideration. Again, I'm not defending it. Like, it's not Hot Toys' best work by any means, right? I would expect way more, way better than this. But yeah, this is painful. And again, at $255, what? Let's see what's happening here. $255. Yeah, $255. That's kind of painful. So it's going to be about $300 all said and done. What's in the box? Authentic and detailed likeness of Silver Surfer in Marvel Comics. Newly developed head sculpt with silver colored electroplated finish. So there's your electroplated finish that we're going to get for the Mjolnir for the Age of Ultron Thor, right? So that's what they're trying to tell you, a nice paint, a nice shiny paint on it. Approximately 31.5 centimeters tall. So what is that, guys? Is that about what? 11-ish inches? 12 inches? Somebody tell me what 31.5 centimeters tall is. Newly developed body with silver color electroplated finish and over 25 points of articulation. There's a reason why that body, right? They want articulation for it, and specifically to do poses like this for the surfboard, right? Which makes sense, which is exactly what happened with the 2099, like somebody mentioned, right? They wanted the figure to articulate specifically and as most as possible, which is why they gave us that Marvel Legend body. And people complained, and we got the change. And look, the figure did very well. The figure's gone, sold out. Can't find it anywhere really, right? It's not in the bargain bin by any means. So if people don't like this, start complaining, and maybe there will be a change. Remember, this is comic book anyway, but anything's possible. 9 pieces of interchangeable hands with silver-colored electroplated finish, including blah, blah, blah. 1 Mjolnir right hand, 1 pair of surfboard holding hands. 2 pieces of interchangeable effects hands, including 1 pair of translucent purple-colored effect hands, which again, it looks like the God Loki hands, right? 1 Mjolnir, 1 surfboard, approximately 39 centimeters. Somebody tell me what 39 centimeters long is, please. Magnetically attachable with silver surface feet with a design that allows for adjustment of the magnet position, specifically or specially designed diorama figure stand. So it looks like you could adjust the magnets on the board. Look at that badass pose. That's what I'm saying. It looks like shit, but it's going to be sick. Surfboard magnetically attachable to silver surface feet. See, this torso, nah. Again, from what we're used to, and this is how we can gauge, which people don't, for some reason, they don't think about. How do we know? How can we tell this is not up to par to a $255 price point from Hot Toys? Because we know we get better shit than this from Hot Toys. This is how we're able to say, yo, this is garbage. Because we know that Hot Toys does better. But you get a company like Entertainment Factory and you go, oh, this is great. What do you mean? So that's my issue with people being retarded. Specially applied electroplated finish. So here it is, guys. Server, we got everything already. And then the base. For those who don't know, look how crazy this is. Does anybody know what this is from? This is the Aquaman. Okay, this is the gold Aquaman base with the water splashing. This is what this is. Okay, just repainted. Disgusting. Let's see. Yeah, looking at it, it's kind of off-putting. No, I'm telling you, it's not the greatest. Again, it's going to be a great figure. It's going to look incredible in any collection with that plate, with that paint application, with that gold, with that shiny chrome. You better believe it. Is it worth $250? Absolutely not. Is this something that's going to be found in the bargain bin at some point? I don't think so. So again, I'm still ordering. Yeah, I'm forced. So am I. So am I. Like I said, I didn't get the third-party one because I was like, yo, this sucks. I was like, I'm good. I love a Silver Surfer. I don't need a crappy one. Not that this is any better, but guess what? This is going to look sick in hand. Guaranteed. You know? So why isn't this exactly correct? This would be way better for Hono. Absolutely. And guess what? Hono would have been priced properly at 100 and whatever. It would have been this same quality, and it would have been more justifiable at 150, 175, right? Even 200, let's say 200 because it comes with the board. Cool. Which again, kind of pricey for a Hono, but for a second, just hypothetical. More justifiable than 255 for this, shitty body. There's nothing seamless about it. Nothing. Look, the fact that you have this gap here, what are you talking about? You couldn't even hide the gap. And remember what they did for the feral predator. Also, remember that this is the type of torso he had as well. And then what did they do? They put the sleeve over it and they made it seamless. You still got the joint in the torso, right, for him to ab crunch and ab extend, but it's covered with that silicone rubber. So they made it better from the prototype. So hopefully, if people complain enough, again, 2 Hot Toys, not in the groups talking shit, looking for attention, we could get this made better like we got the the 2099 updated as well. Did Hono tap out? No, hell no. Are you crazy? I'm not sure how they can make the joint seamless without overlay balancing. That's what I'm saying. That whatever they have to do, they have to make this better. If they don't make it better, it's because they know it is what it is. It's a comic book version anyway. So either buy it, take it or leave it, buy it or leave it alone. But this is not acceptable for 255, not even for me. And you guys, always say, "Oh, you shill for Hot Toys and you defend them." I defend what is right. I don't defend blindly. And this is not worth 255. I could easily tell you, just like the full of shit YouTubers tell you that everything's great. I could tell you, hey, everything Hot Toys is great. Even though it's gonna be, this is unacceptable. Again, we're in 2026. This is look at the back. Like, none of this looks professional looking. It looks like a toy, which it is, but not at 255. 12.4 is the height, Bob. Yeah, so the height is 12.4 inches, and the length of the board is 15.3 inches. Thank you, Bob. Oh, that's not bad. That's a long board. That's what she said. We're getting a special edition T-1000 liquid metal edition made. No, I don't think so. They would have done it already with the with the 1000. Again, I'm not saying you're wrong. Anything's possible, as I always say. But we would have gotten, like we did with the original T800 battle damage. We got a liquid, T1000 statue with it, and the exclusive piece was the head sculpt, right? The standard was just a round fluid face, and then the special edition was the actor's actual head sculpt shape with that melted body. So again, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I don't think so. I personally don't think so. It would be crazy if they did, but I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. The figure looks good, but the price should be lower. Absolutely, 100% lower. This thing, $220, and I still think that's a lot. $200? I think $200 is very fair for something like this, with everything that you see here. Another thing that makes it a slap in the face at $255. Again, a reused base. This is from Aquaman. So we're not getting anything new. We get a new paint application. We get a new body because they said it. Newly developed body with 25 points of articulation. That's what they said also about the 2099 Spider-Man. And guess what? They changed it because people complained. They knew that they were going to get no sales. And literally within days, if not a couple weeks, boom, here's the prototype fully covered. I didn't even think it was weeks. They had to do something very quickly to start getting sales for that project. So, again, anything's possible. Remember, 2 different conversations too, though. This is comic book. I don't know how serious they remember. I tell you guys, their comic book and VGM are kind of cheap usually, right? They're nothing crazy compared to an MMS release or announcement. So I don't know if they're going to give a crap about, hey guys, we got to make it better. It's a comic book version. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a cheaper thing, but again, not at $255. The only saving grace is a magnetic board. Correct. Absolutely. And that's, I'm getting it either way. Because it's going to look badass with the board, right? Whether you have him on the board or holding it like this is classy as fuck right here. You can't beat this. So that's why I'm getting it regardless. Again, not worth the $255, but it'll be a beautiful figure in your collection. 100%. Even with the seams, with the seam lines, this figure is very good. No, I mean, it's very toyish. It's very cheap looking, right? Again, it is what it is, but it's a figure that, this is comic book, right? This is not movie. This is not anything else but comic. So if you like the comic, this is the comic book style figure. Again, I'm not justifying the $255 price point because it is far from justifiable, but you either get it or you're not going to get it. And it's just that simple, or hope that Hot Toys decides to make it better, which again, it's a comic book version. So who the hell knows? This is getting killed in the Hot Toys postcard. There you go. Absolutely. Just like the 2099 did. Immediately people were destroying it because it was getting we're getting a toy for that price. What do you mean? This will be a Yopo long stock warning. They might have to cancel this one. It's that bad, Bob? No, I don't think they're going to cancel, but they have to do something. They have to do something. This is not going to fly. And they're going to get pre-orders already. They're going to get pre-orders immediately. It's not going to fly. Oh my God, full retail napkin.
Hello!
This is unique. I'm all in. Reminds me of Marvel Select Fig. Yo, literally. It has to have a board fab. It's not. He's just silver. It's stupid. So now how to make comic book line and not Hono? No, not necessarily. Hono is still alive. Hono will continue making their stuff. But remember, they got to continue with their comic book line as well. So we're going to get all different types of figures, all different types of lines, all different types of stuff. I think Hono is dead. No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. They did very well with those Wolverines. They did very well with the Magneto. They did very well with everything so far that they've released. So 3 Wolverines, so they're fine. Believe me when I tell you they're fine. The Spider-Man, right? The black suit Spider-Man that they did. Looks like a Marvel Legend, 185. Exactly. Less than 200, the best. But I would say even 200, fine. Right? Remember, you're getting a new body. Even though it looks like shit, it's a new body. Not 255 worth, I tell you that. Right? You could say, oh, well, Mjolnir, so what? Don't give me Mjolnir and save me $30. Hopefully, fast as you said, how to listen and revamp this figure like 299 figure they revamp. Yeah, again, people got to complain on that page. On the Hot Toys page or group or whatever, 100%. That's where you go complain. But I want to put with my again, exactly. People are going to buy this regardless. It's my point. They're going to get orders regardless, but they're going to hope. I hope they change it. If they don't, guess what? Here's my Silver Surfer. That is going to look incredible in my collection anyway, because the paint is gorgeous. The body sucks, but the paint application is beautiful. Is there a Venomized Silver Surfer? I just don't know if the seamless. I just don't know if the seamless. What does that mean? Oh, would work with the shiny metal. That's the problem. That's why Hot Toys does what they do. You know what I mean? Putting a suit on this is gonna limit articulation. Then you're not gonna get the poses that they expect you to get with a Silver Surfer figure. You know what I mean? That's probably why they do what they do. You know what I mean? These poses you're gonna be able to pull off, no problem. See all this. See all this you're gonna be able to pull off, no problem. But again, there's nothing fancy that a suit wouldn't, be able to do either. You know what I mean? A suit can't do any of this. Why the fuck not? Absolutely it can. So that's where we're at, guys. Holy crap. Very exciting announcement. Very crappy execution. Again, it is what it is. You either buy it or you don't. Like I said, look at the seamless. This is what the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad's knees look like. Remember all the female figures? They all had these flaps when you would bend them, then it would look seamless after that. Like they're going back to that style of leg. Nah, not in 2026, my friend. Not in 2026. Again, reuse base at that, slap in the face. This is crazy. Specially applied electroplated finish. Again, at least make this seamless. You don't have to give us, like, come on. And, I don't mean seamless. I mean, like, at least, like, make sure it's one piece. And obviously, if you move the torso, then obviously it'll open up. But standing straight is opened already. What? Unless it's just a reflection and it looks open, but it's not looking good. See? Right here. See? Perfect. Here, you see the gap. But here, a little bit of ab crunch looks beautiful. What do you guys rate this in the chat? 1 to 10. Everybody tell me your rating. What do you think this is worth in your collection, 1 to 10? And who is ordering? Let me know also if you're ordering this or not. I want to know who's ordering this immediately because I'm ordering mine right away. I have a thanks coupon that is calling my name. So while you guys type, I will order mine immediately. All the pictures are up already. Let's see. Yeah, I got to use the thanks code on this because it's gonna go to waste. Let me see. So $255 plus $21.99 is $276.99 plus $25.50 due today. Let's see. Promo code thanks. $20 off. So total is $229.77. Plays your order. Plays your order. Order placed. So I got my order in, guys. Again, it is what it is. I'm not saying that this is okay, but it is what it is. Go complain your ass off to Hot Toys, please. Michael says a 7. Eric gives it a 5. Ernesto 8.4. Not ordering yet. On the fence about it. Yeah, I use a thanks coupon, so I needed to anyway. 4.5.
Y'all don't ever disrespect me.
8, but Paz 7.5. 6.73, 8.3748 to be exact. This guy. Blinken 9 for the paint, 5 for the figure. See, that's a good rating, right? The paint is perfect. And that's why I'm getting it. The paint is going to make it look incredible in your display, on your shelf, in your case. It's going to look gorgeous. Right? Body-wise, sucks. Hopefully it doesn't flake. No, that'll never flake. That'll never flake, ever, ever, ever. I'll wait to PO, but I think I will order eventually because silver. You're not alone. You are not alone. Like Rudy said, Rudy's forced. A lot of people are forced. Magnetic surfboard. I don't even think anybody cares about the Mjolnir, but that, again, cool. Doesn't make it $255 though, but it is what it is. Right? You get the 2 hand effects. Is that worth $255? No. Bullshit. So very, very, very minimalist figure. Besides the paint is just very, very basic. Very basic. In my collection, I need is a 10, but figure execution 4. This would actually look solid next to the comic Dr. Doom. That's what I'm saying. It's going to look sick in your collection, period. It's just that simple. Now, if it was a Silver Surfer from a movie, that'd be something different. Well, it would have to be number one. They haven't made anything from Fantastic Four 2 with the Jessica Alba and Chris Evans, right? That part 2, right? Which is where Norrin Rad as a male was from. They're not. It doesn't look like that's ever going to happen. That would be the best one to make. I still believe they're going to make the female version from Fantastic Four. I have a very strong feeling that they're going to make that figure. But again, remember, this is comic, and if you're looking for comic, this is comic. So sorry, I think that Jurassic Park figures. Oh my God, Rudy. He said, I'm just kidding. Of course they look better. They're AI. Disgusting, Rudy. Disgusting. 300 from a comic book. That correct. And not only that, it's basic. It's basic. A magnetic surfboard does not cost you $100. $90, $80, $70 does not cost that much. So I'm assuming that what we're paying for here is the newly developed body and this paint. Reuse base. We're not paying money for magnets. Even though, for those who have been around in art, Hot Toys magnets have been on point. Not one single figure diving off the magnetic bases. Not a Black Widow. Not a what do you call it? Not a Captain America strike suit. Who else was magnetic? Yeah, I don't know who else was magnetic. If you guys know who else was magnetic, let me know. But not a single one flying off the shelf. Like Hot Toys, like Inart's garbage Joker magnetic bases. So what does that tell you? That you're already getting a better quality magnetic or magnetized product to begin with. Does that mean I'm excited to pay more for it? No, but common sense, we're getting a better product. So again, exciting, yet disappointing at the same time. The slap in the face, like I said, is this reused Aquaman base, which is crazy. Most likely not going to use that at all. I'm probably going to have mine like this, to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not going to keep this out for any reason. I didn't even keep let me tell you something. I didn't even keep out the gliders from any of the Green Goblin figures from No Way Home. Not the battle damage, not the clean version, Green Goblin. I didn't keep any of those things out. Stupid, but I didn't. Where am I going to put that thing? So to avoid having it break or fall apart on me, left it in the box. So crazy. So at least we got an announcement, which is another reason why I wanted to stream tonight, because I had a feeling that we were going to get something. And again, I didn't have soccer anyway, so it was perfect. Fans for people, the fans records of which one to buy. I will buy Hot Toys old. Even this crappy looking thing, way better than that Rick garbage. Faz, can I have the base? Can I have the base? Ernesto, send me something, okay? All right, guys. So what's today? Today's Thursday. We got the announcement for the night, for the day. Tomorrow is Friday. Most likely not getting anything for the rest of the week. So if Mike comes on Saturday, we'll go over this. We'll see what he thinks. We'll go over the Jaws and the Jurassic Park figures again with Mike to see what he's got to say, what he thinks about them, what he thinks about the AI recreation of them. And then hopefully by then we get some drama as well. Drama is always exciting. I know that's the only reason why Ash comes here, is just to enjoy himself with some drama, because he's not collecting right now because pop culture is closed for business. Good shit later. All right, guys. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.